Live your life like a Kamehameha. Give your all and never give up. How's it going?
Good.
Together I know we can win. I have you to believe in.
Me?
Live your life like a Kamehameha.
What?
Yeah, you.
What are you doing?
Well, I was just singing Live Your Life Like a Kamehameha.
But what? Did you make that up?
No. You don't know about that?
What is that?
And you call yourself a Dragon Ball Z fan.
I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan.
Well, this is awkward.
But there's more.
Yeah. See, that's from something called A Dragon Soul from Dragon Ball Kai, which you also never watched. I know that for a fact.
Isn't that the one that's stuck in your head all the time?
Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop, there's no fun to be found. It's pretty good. It's really catchy.
Why is there no fun to be found?
I don't know. If you don't stop, there's no fun to be found.
Don't stop, we're in luck now. Don't stop, there's no fun found. Dang it!
We can't find paradise. All we can do is go free your soul. Dragon Soul. Thank you. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the James Brown Podcast. I'm your host Raj, and with me is my co-host Spencer. What?
You messed up.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I did it on purpose.
I am always with you.
But you're not.
I am always with you.
Hey everyone, welcome to the episode of the James Brown Podcast. With me as Spencer, sometimes with me, but not really always with me. Damn it, I messed that one up. I tried.
I am always with you. Because even when I skip out on a podcast, you don't leave me alone. So you're technically always with me. And last week wasn't even my fault. We didn't have any time to make a podcast for last week on Friday.
It's because we had a lot of stuff to watch.
And there's still a ton of anime coming out this season. And they're pretty good, most of them. Out of like 23 or 4 anime that we watched, we only dropped 6 or 7.
I still have like 4 or 5 more to watch. But I don't think, other than like Fate's Day, I don't think we're going to cover any of the other ones.
Like what?
Like, there's one, I don't remember what any of them called. There's a harem series that I still need to check out. There's that, oh god, I watched Twin Tails. Ugh. As a man who loves his harem and is ecchi, this was just really bad. Like, this was horrible quality all around.
Like, was the art style bad?
The art was average. The story was so boring. The characters were terrible. I like the premise. The premise is that the main character loves Twin Tails, and there's an evil group of lizard monsters who are trying to remove Twin Tails from the world. It's a good premise for a story.
That sounds almost as bad as the guy who gets, like, powers to power his mech after he's turned on. That show was dropped so fast it wasn't even funny.
One thing I liked about Twin Tails, I guess it's the only thing I liked about Twin Tails, is that the main character, when he transforms, he actually turns into a girl. So like he gets really weirded out, and he's like, I don't know how to feel about this, because when he's a girl, he has twin tails, so he's like kind of turned on, but at the same time, he's like, that's me. And then like, I don't know, it's just, I'm never watching that again.
Speaking of never watched again, you want to discuss some of the ones that we're never going to talk about again on this show?
No, because we haven't talked about our lives yet.
I don't want to talk about our lives.
Why not?
This podcast is going to be way too long.
Don't worry about it.
Nothing happened in
Everything
our lives.
happens, Spencer.
What?
Everything always
Fine.
happens.
Tell.
Why don't you tell?
I have nothing to say.
You have everything to say.
Nothing happened.
Everything happens.
What?
For a reason?
No.
Maybe?
I didn't say anything.
Did you read that story I sent you over line?
I didn't.
Yeah, you should.
Well, I was busy trying to catch up on all the anime.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
I don't want to.
What?
I don't want to be all sadded out.
Why not?
Because
I think it'll hit you pretty hard.
No, being sad is lame.
It's
Being happy is best.
a good story, though.
Why don't you explain it then, since you're so trying to build up towards it?
No, I'm not going to tell it.
Okay.
I'm not building up towards it at all.
So my helmet got stolen.
I know.
It's really sucky.
See, that's something to talk about.
I guess so. I read
It's your fault.
It's not my fault.
It is your
I
fault.
believed in the world more than it believed in me. Anarchy taught me wrong.
And left it on your bike. Of course someone's going to take it.
It was bike locked to my bike, and then like I ride a scooter and I had a helmet, and so my lock was locked to the frame of my bike. So someone came along with like pliers and just, or whatever, those big wire cutters or whatever, and just took the lock and my helmet. They didn't even leave the broken lock there. They took it with them.
Really?
Yeah. It's like, geez Louise. And it's not inexpensive, the helmet. So I just bought the exact same one. So it's sitting on my table right now, and it looks exactly like the one I lost. And I'm getting really creeped out because I forget that I actually lost it. I think it's better left in the past, you know?
So that elephant by the what? What happened? Oh yeah, there's a fly on our computer screen. That elephant over there by the Going Merry that I bought you that elephant.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you still have that.
Of course.
I bought that for you when we were 17.
You also gave me that thing that said SP on it, and I still have it over there. From India.
I gave you something that says SP on it?
Yeah. From India, yeah.
I know the elephant's from India. I don't remember anything saying SP.
We should name it.
The fly?
Yeah.
I mean, he's sticking around.
No, he's been sticking around my house for the past 3 days. And he just chills. Like, if he lands on my leg and I don't move, he'll just sit there.
What do you want to name him?
Well, I was thinking Flycoon, but I think that's not really nice.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. Let's leave it up to our listeners.
How about Gerald?
No, let's leave it up to our listeners.
Nobody's gonna comment naming a fly.
You think no one will comment?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, back me up. We will take the best name that you guys recommend for Flycoon here, okay?
My God. No one's gonna name the stupid fly, Spencer.
Do you understand? They will, okay? They gave me suggestions about my trip to Japan.
Yeah, but that's more interesting than a fly.
No, they're gonna name it. Did it just die? Is it dead?
I don't think so.
Oh,
it's still alive.
It's very timid. Anyways, that's the one story I want to tell, seeing as we want to keep this under 5 hours.
So it's fall.
You don't have any stories to tell?
I did, but I totally blanked. I'm blanking right now. I can't
You
remember.
have no
any of them.
stories.
Oh.
That's because all we do is go to school and go home.
I had something to say, but I've lost it.
Okay. That's great for me because I really want to accelerate the process of talking about anime because we definitely need to.
It's fall, and a lot of series will come out.
Ton of series.
A few too many, you know?
But they're all good, and as our heart and soul burns for anime, we can't really neglect them.
There's a couple that you can't watch with other people in the room, though.
It's just because they're good stories, but then they have random spurts of fan service, and it's
Makes me happy.
Doesn't make me happy.
I know it doesn't.
But I know the story's good, so I'll keep going through it.
So you want to start with the ones that we didn't like and we dropped?
Yep.
Okay.
So...
First one, Trinity 7.
Okay, we tried.
So this is the one where there's 7 girls who are based off the 7 deadly sins, and then the main character's cousin is dead or something, or missing, and he has to go find her.
And she ends up looking like some grimoire thing that's on his neck. We didn't grab names for these because we don't care. The first episode ends up, this guy, he's such a raunchy dude.
I love it.
I hate it. It's so gross.
You said you like his character.
No, I don't like his character. I like Yuji. I don't like him. I got confused, remember?
Oh, yeah, you did.
I started up the episode 2 of Trinity 7 thinking it would be episode 2 of the Fruits of Grisaria or whatever it's called. And then all of a sudden I was super confused because the art style was worse, the main character was worse, the girls were worse, and it wasn't in a letterbox. And I was like, this is definitely not okay. And then they get stuck in a room and girls have to pee or something. And then the guy's excited about this situation. It was just stupid. It's just stupid. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I even watched episode 2 and you didn't.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did. It was stupid.
Yeah,
was
so
dumb.
we ended up dropping it due to the fact that A, we have way too much to watch, and B, it's going to be another garbage show that gets forgotten about.
It's just not good.
Yeah. And then there's the Merman Show. I didn't even bother to get the name of this thing.
That opening
is
was so
unreal.
hardcore.
Yeah. And they didn't even show the opening till the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
And there's nothing happening. Not only is it definitely BL undertones going on that make me uncomfortable. You're fine with it, but I'm just not happy with that. It's just uncomfortable. Nothing is happening. And then the super hardcore opening.
That opening is really good, but it makes no sense in the context of the show.
Yeah. Anyways, we just didn't want to bother with it. Even if it's a short, we don't have enough time for that nonsense.
Speaking of not wanting to bother with things.
Kokurri.
This is so boring. So this has, first of all, the Hanada's voice actor returns. And kind of reprises his role as someone who's always frantically worried about something.
Yeah.
Which is great because he's good at that character. But this anime did not make me laugh once. Not even a chuckle. Nothing.
No, it wasn't funny.
For a comedy series,
the main character girl was so boring that even her boring character was way too boring. There's some sort of redeeming factor in a boring, straight-faced character, especially when you're in light of Hanada. We don't even know what the Kokurri, I guess his name is. It just was so stupid. I don't know. I just found it really annoying. We didn't even finish. We dropped it after 12 minutes because we were like,
No, we finished the episode.
no, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it ended with that guy menacingly saying something about doing
Yeah.
something about the plot.
Yep.
Yeah, and I didn't care. And then there's a Cross Ange.
This one, I'm actually going to go back and at least finish the first episode.
Yeah, you enjoy it. It's pretty much going to be
Because-
fan service city.
Well, I heard something really, really messed up happened in it, and I want to watch it.
Yeah, but it's going to be fan service city, so I just don't even want to cover it here. It's another under the rug anime that people watch to pleasure themselves or something like that.
You think so lowly of people who like anime like this.
You do realize that it's all about boobs and abs
Not really.
and legs.
Abs.
I don't know. Why do you watch an anime like this?
It depends on
Why do you watch an anime like High School DxD? Aside from the fighting.
the comedy. And then the nudity.
Yeah, you're smiling. You keep your hand to yourself, Miggy. Get out of here. Don't
I'll
touch
give
me.
you my Migi.
No, get out of here. No, gross. And then last but not, or actually
I don't
least,
even remember this one.
Denkai's the book one.
Which one's the book one? Oh, the bookstore.
The stupid boring.
I was looking forward to
Me
this one
too.
because I heard really good things.
We had a working feel to it, you know?
And it was so boring.
It was horrible.
Nothing happened.
Nothing was funny.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't good either.
It was just boring.
It was bad. We did a really good give and go there. We punched the crap out of Denkai. It was good. Okay. I just don't have anything to say. It was so replaceable.
They gave me a Lucky Star vibe, and Lucky Star was also boring as dicks. So there you have it.
There you have it. If you have any complaints about us dropping these 5 animes, the list may continue to grow in the future, so speak now before it grows even larger.
Please send your complaints to jamesaroundpodcast@gmail.com, where they will swiftly be put into the junk folder.
Okay. Now we've sorted,
Who cares about the sorting? Let's just go into it.
well, off Crunchy and Crunchy. So if we've put something on off Crunchy that actually is in Crunchyroll, or if we haven't even covered something that's off Crunchy that you guys think we should cover, please let us know in Twitter or YouTube comments or Podomatic comments or email. So, number one in our hearts, Amagi Brilliant Park.
I love this series.
I look forward to it every
Amagi
day.
is so funny. The main character, Seiya, is everything that I love in a main character. Doesn't take crap from anyone. He's a total badass. He just loves himself
He's complete.
more than anything.
He's what the main character of Trinity Seven was supposed to be like, but can't really pull off. And when he put on this, he's like, I'm a 10 out of 10 in everything. It's like, yes, good,
He's
you are.
fantastic.
But he's also very considerate. Like when he's in the meeting, he's like, oh yeah, I guess we can't make everything poor or free. Okay, how about 30 yen? And then he has all these ideas. And he's actually listening to people. Like he's not just plowing straight ahead. He has a plan, but he's also being nice.
Yep.
Shows he has heart. I really like the Moful character in this one. He's just kind of like, I can't see how he can be an uncle, but I like his mascot sidekicks. The fairy of music, and then
The sheep and the
sheep, and then the
it's
bear.
It's a
Bear?
cat, isn't
It's a
it?
cat. Yes, it's a cat. And then they go out to like
They go
drink
drinking.
together.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
This is a really strange premise in that the mascots aren't mascots; they're actual magic creatures. But I don't know. I don't really care too much about the side characters. They other than Mofo, they haven't really done anything. Latifa included. It's mostly just Seiya at this point. Seiya and Isuzu. Do you think they're going to end up together?
Of course.
I don't know. I could see him ending up with Latifa.
We are not going to be doing episode names because there's just way too many. Once we get going, like next Friday, we're going to have the most recent episode name down. But pretty much we're 3 episodes into Amagi Brilliant Park. And at this point, just for a brief recap, if you've forgotten, Seiya was introduced to Amagi Brilliant Park by Isuzu after he was pretty much threatened violently to go on a date with him. He was super excited because he thinks he's all that. Ends up at a park.
He wasn't excited at all. He didn't want to go.
No, he thought that he was super all that when he was looking in the mirror, and then she showed up beside him and was pulling guns and stuff. Then he finds out that Amagi Brilliant Park is actually run by a bunch of fairies who come from a magical world that need a certain amount of visitor count and love and all this stuff to power themselves and eat or whatever.
That fly is raping your computer screen.
Weird. Anyways,
you know what flies do when they're doing that, right? It's throwing up on your computer screen and then eating it and then doing it again.
why is it doing that?
I don't know. Maybe it found specks of food on your computer screen.
There's no specks of food on my computer screen.
It's throwing up on your computer screen. You should probably stop it.
I'm not gonna make it. Whatever. It's not like it's burning a hole in my LCD.
Stupid Gerald.
It's not Gerald. We haven't come up with a name
It's
yet.
Gerald until otherwise changed.
So they ask Seiya to be the manager of Amagi Park. He says no, walks away, changes his mind after certain events, meeting a businessman he didn't like, came back and then changed everything, pretty much went full Hitler on it.
Except not at all. He takes it... you did stop it. So about that not burning a hole in your screen, huh?
Hey, be quiet. So not Hitler. He went full dictator on the whole situation.
Not really, because he still takes their opinions into consideration.
He's a nice dictator. It's how communism is supposed to be.
No, it isn't.
It's like North Korea.
The best Korea, of course.
The best Korea. Amagi Brilliant Park is
I love Seiya.
amazing.
I love the fact that he took all the attractive women, put them in skimpy bikinis, and made them dance for him. And
Just
that
to
he
get-
recorded it.
Just to get one extra visitor.
I love that. Man, that fly loves your computer. I love Muffle beating the crap out of some prick and his prick wife with their douchebag of a son.
And then getting it put on YouTube or whatever.
And then getting like 200 million views or 1,000 views.
200,000. And he was so pumped. And again, all Seiya's plan. It has a very good main character, has everything planned out feel to it. But then even Seiya himself gets excited about minor things like the visitor count increasing very slowly. So it shows that he doesn't have 100% confidence. He even said that it was a failure's mission from the beginning. Like, it's an impossible mission.
It's interesting that he hasn't used his mind reading yet.
Well, he has to wait, save it, right? He can only use it once per person.
Yeah, it's like Code Geass. You can only use it once per person. So I'm looking forward to how they implement that.
Mm-hmm. I like at the ending the whole Pikmin-esque feel where it's like days remaining, visitor count left, and all that stuff. It's really cool. Really ties the whole series together. And the art and animation is beautiful, and it's just a great series. I just get bummed that Crunchy doesn't pick up series like this, but is it because it's Funimation or is it something
I don't
else?
know. I love Amagi. It's probably... This is going to be blasphemy. It's right now my favorite series, just because Chaika has yet to pick up.
Chaika, I have a big blasphemy thing for you.
I love
Chaika's
Chaika so
not
much.
going to be my favorite this series.
Why not?
Because if Bahamut has a much greater appeal to me in regards to adventure than Chaika does.
How?
At this point. It's just, I love the main character and everything. But we'll explain that later. Chaika was consistently good last season, but it might get overrun this season. There's tons of good anime.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I think so.
And the thing with Log, because this I also like it better than Log. Log is not the type of anime where a singular episode really stands out. It's the kind of anime where all together, everything kind of comes together and gets really good. Like, when you look at Log as a whole, it's fantastic. If you look at a single episode, nothing really happens all that much. And you just kind of go, meh.
Speaking of confusion and nothing really happening, but everything really happening,
That's a terrible segue.
Gundam Reconquista G.
We'll just call it Gundam G. Even though there was already a Gundam G. But you know what I mean.
I don't actually... Okay, this is the first Gundam that I've ever watched. And, Rajpreet is assuring me that this is not how Gundams usually are. I mean, not to say it has bad animation, because it doesn't. Not to say that the fight scenes aren't cool, because they're not. Not cool. They're cool. But like you said, everybody is so freaking laid back.
That makes no sense. Okay, why do you let a prisoner pilot the Gundam? To both sides. The pirates let what's-his-face do it, Bell, and then the central whatever let Ida do it too. What is wrong with you people? And then she's like, hey, I'm in my Gundam, I'm just gonna leave now. And they can't do anything about it. You people are retards.
And the only reason that Bell stayed is because he's actually like a good guy and wants to repay his debt to Ida.
He doesn't owe her a debt, though.
He killed the dude. You feel bad about
That
that.
guy tried to kill him.
I understand that.
That's no debt at all. That's another thing that's complete bullshit, okay? That guy tried to kill you. You killed him out of self-defense. You did nothing wrong. I don't care if this girl's crying tears. You killed my captain. You would have died, you dumbass.
Can you explain to me the story, please? I don't understand what's going on.
So, Earth apparently has a monopoly on power that's holding back technology. And there's also this taboo where you can't, like, implement... It's like Valvrave, where, like, you're not allowed to make, like, super mechs because, people don't want war to break out, even though apparently war's already broken out between... Sorry, it's not America, it's Ameria. Between the U.S. and what I assume will be this world's version of Iraq. And so basically these pirates who are actually Americans want to install, like, solar energy, but, like...
All around the world or something?
Yeah, but Japan is like, no.
You mean Iraq?
No, Japan. They went to war with Iraq to get more energy.
Oh, I see.
And Japan's like, no, we don't want to. We have all the energy.
But it's just so confusing. Like, all the characters are really happy-go-lucky.
It's not all that confusing. I don't like how everybody's so laid back all the time.
Yeah, everyone's really laid back.
And it doesn't make sense how Belle's like, hey, I'm on the pirate side now. I'm just going to go fight my old friends. And then the other guy who was in the other mech, whose name we can't remember, the guy who's like obsessed with himself.
And had the pretty eyes.
Yeah. He's just like, yeah, you're going to have to master that mech to protect Ida. When did that happen?
Yeah, when did
he say, hey, I'm going to join you guys and protect Ida?
Yeah, but then everything's so weird. And like, there's so many times that when questions and conversations just don't get answered, or like when they're having,
you notice that when they're having conversations, they'll cut away for a second, and they'll come back, the conversation will be over.
Yeah, or in a different way, like during the interview, like Bellry would say something, and then the guy would say, "Oh yeah, how about the weather?" And he'd be, "What about the Canucks?" And the guy would, "Well, how about your dog?" And then the conversation went absolutely nowhere.
That's true. Well, that one makes sense because they're both trying to get information out of each other.
Yeah.
That made a bit more sense.
And then Bellry kept dropping things like, "Oh, me and my mom didn't know anything about the army. We didn't know anything about the army." And then that's why he fought them, because he didn't know anything about them. And then, what the heck? How did he know how to do this so cool thing? And then
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and then he did like an Omni Whip thing. It was just stupid. It's okay. Like, I understand that Gundam is going to be okay.
This anime isn't bad. It's just, get your crap together.
Yeah,
like,
it's way too confusing right now. And it looks like Bones' rough draft.
Norida looks horrible.
Yeah.
I hate her character design. I don't know. There's something about her. I don't really like her in general. Ida is fine. She's, a normal character, I guess. I like Belle a lot. He's a fun character, except when he switches sides for no reason. What's her face? Monday? Monday-chan is strange.
Hey, she could have been Tuesday-chan if they found her a day later.
And she likes fish and water.
She's messed up. It's weird.
I think she has like PTSD or something.
I don't know.
And when she sees G, she just screams out G over and over.
And it's not even synced up to what her lips are doing.
It's not
so annoying. Okay, Gundam G is okay, and because it's Gundam, we're gonna stick with it. But I don't know. It's close to the chopping block for me.
No, not for me.
Oh, really? Well, you're a Gundam diehard. We'll stick around with it. Okay, so Bahamut.
Shingeki no Bahamut, or I can't remember what the English title. It's like Rage of Bahamut Genesis. This is incredible.
Mm-hmm. It has a really big Pirates of the Caribbean feel to it, especially with the Jack Sparrow-esque main character.
Yeah, he's very Jack Sparrow-y. I don't really think it has a Pirates of the Caribbean feel. It's just...
Well, yes, just him. But it feels very adventure-y. Like, it feels like they're going somewhere and they haven't stuck in the same spot. The only thing my complaint is we hate the overuse of CG. Like, we hate it. And having the dragon be full CG was really crappy. It was
so ugly.
At the beginning, like, it made it feel so much less epic. And then all the horses are like CG. And
they're fine.
Some of the army men are CG when they're walking sometimes.
Yeah, well, they always do that.
But it's just ugly.
I really like Amira, especially when she goes demon. She's super cute, and we don't know if she's good or bad yet.
No, but she's really cute and innocent. But she was really what do you call it? I thought that she would be used for a lot of fan service, but they decided not to do that. Like the first transformation, it was like a full-on butt shot and all that stuff. Then the next transformation, nothing. Like they didn't even it was a passing and then whatever. It's just like a part of her costume and then that's it, which is cool. They haven't had those low-angle shots or anything like that would make it seem bad.
Give it time.
Yeah, okay. But I really like the relationship between the is it Kaiser? Is that his name?
Kaiser.
Kaiser and Favaro? Oh, man. It's so funny. Like, when he came out of the water, it's Favaro!
That was so unexpected.
So funny.
You've been hiding that you're a demon from me. They really have that love-hate relationship where he really wants to take down Favaro, but you could see, if Favaro ever died, Kaiser would kind of be lost. Yeah. He wouldn't know what to do with himself.
It's that classic Pirates of the Caribbean thing. Like, when Orlando Bloom, whoever he played, who was he?
Will, I think?
Yeah, Bootstrap Will or whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
Or whatever. When Will was chasing Jack Sparrow, they had a situation where there's love-hate. But then all of a sudden they became really good friends and fought together in a couple movies later. Spoilers. Whatever.
I'm caught up, I think.
Whatever.
Was the last one the one with the mermaid?
Are you talking about Bahamut?
No.
Oh, you're actually talking about Caribbean.
Yeah, last one was with the mermaid and Bootstrap Will, and the other girl, Keira Knightley, weren't in there.
Yeah, there was a fourth one.
It was with Blackbeard, and they were looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth, yeah.
Yeah, that was a terrible movie.
It was really bad. No wonder they made a second one. It's been years. Yeah, so Bahamut is just outstanding. The animation is beautiful. You didn't like it, but I love that bridge scene.
It's so cliche.
But it's cliche, but what they did with it, with the last little stomp that Amira did, it was so cute. Yeah. Like he he has a freaking crossbow gun. That's cool. So he shot all the rope with a crossbow gun, and then it wasn't falling, and she did a little cute stamp, and then she fell right down to the ground. Amira did. It was really cute. I liked it.
I did not. How do you find stamps cute?
Because she's looking around and went, boop. And it just like, it was comedic. I don't know. I found it funny. And I like the character. I like the play. I like where it's going. And I like that it came from the weirdest iOS game roots. So weird.
So strange.
But it is from the people who did, totally blanking. Help me out.
What?
Oh, Terror in Tokyo.
Oh, Zankyo no Terror.
Yeah, Zankyo no Terror. Like, you can totally tell it's them. The feeling is all there. The beautiful cinematic. Like, I can't even believe they do stuff like this. Seeing as we have Ushinawareta, which looks like complete crap, and you see the difference between what.
God, this anime.
And Funimation produces Ushinawareta.
So,
what's it doing?
Ushinawareta. God,
oh, we missed one. Okay, look. Ronja, the Ghibli CG one.
Oh, yeah.
I watched the first 23 minutes of it, like the first episode technically, and I'm probably going to be hated for this, but I actually liked it. There's a really sweet Ghibli feel to it. The full CG is complete ugly, but you get used to it. And I know, but you shouldn't get used to it. Yeah, but whatever. Suck it up. Don't watch it then. Like, if you're not going to get used to it, don't watch it. But it had the classic Ghibli elements of a band of people together hanging out, a young girl amongst a rowdy group of people. It has really funny humor. The character design, once you get over the really deadpan faces, look really nice. That's the one thing CG can never figure out. Even that Archipelago of Blue Steel.
Arpeggio.
Yeah. They couldn't get eyes to be filled with life.
Yeah, it's true.
And nobody can, and I don't really understand that. But anyway, so I'm looking forward to Ronja, the second half. We haven't really, there's the Mattis, and I'll explain it to you in a little bit. Pretty much there's two robber, it's in Sweden, and there's two bands of robbers, and our main character for now is Mattis. He's the leader of the one band that lives in this huge castle, and Lovis, his wife, is giving birth to Ronja, and she gives birth, but there's these really creepy, like, harpy things that have human faces and are really creepy. And she's like, oh, your child's being born on a thundery day. It's going to be ugly and small. And he's like, no. And he's trying to shoot it with arrows and stuff. The kid's born. Everyone's happy. But then thunder strikes the castle and it breaks the castle in half. But then in the morning he comes out. He gets really mad. But then he's like, oh, well, the castle was too big for us anyways. And they all started laughing because the outhouse broke. And this one guy had to go to the bathroom. Sucks for him. And it was pretty funny. I liked it. Then that kind of ended the episode. And it's going to be like a time skip, I think. So, yeah.
I mean, I'll watch it because I haven't watched it yet. I'll give it the old college try, but...
Three episode rule, man. Except for the ones we dropped right away for complete garbage rules.
Speaking of 3 episode rules that I did not follow. Ushiniwareta.
Okay, Ushiniwareta.
Okay, so we need to explain our experience with the first episode.
Yeah.
So here we are. Damn it, I just knocked the mic.
It's okay.
Here we are.
We're still here, though.
You can cut it out. It's okay.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Sitting down. It's Friday afternoon, evening.
We've watched
so many series.
8 hours of anime.
A lot of them good. We've seen Bahamut. We've seen Amagi.
Parasyte.
We've seen Parasyte. We're really happy. And then we turn on Ushiniwareta.
Ushina. Just call it Ushina.
Okay, we see Ushina. And here comes this really strange, dull in terms of color and even in animation, really.
It's
anime.
It's crap.
That has like this... It's like it was built on a budget. It's like the entire episode the entire series is growing like an episode 4.
It was so bad that we actually had an argument on whether or not it was CG.
That's true.
We were like, "Is this CG?"
We couldn't tell. Like, we're like, this is so bad that it either has to be CG or they were on a extremely strict budget.
And it was horrendous, and it was bad all the way up until like the 20th minute. When
we were complaining. We were complaining the whole time. Like, please, what was her name? Kaori? Was that her name? Kaori, listen. And this goes for any girl listening to this. Just confess. And this applies to any guy listening to this too. If you like someone, just confess to them.
Going through all the angst does not help you.
It's not worth it. So we're like, listen, girl, the worst he can say is I don't feel the same way. Okay? So just do it. So Spencer and I were watching. Yeah, they do the thing where they go watch stars and every other character leaves them alone, which is, total bros. Thank you, Kenny. And
it's the only redeeming factor.
Kenny's the only good part.
Kenny's the only good part. He's not even listed on Mal.
And then I'm just like, please, this is perfect. You're alone. You're under the stars. Just say you like him. And Spencer and I, we're like chanting, do it, just say you like him. No, of course not. She doesn't do it.
Nothing.
And then surprisingly, later on, like at the very end of the episode, she's like, "I'm in love with you," or whatever. And then he's like, "Oh, I don't know."
Just give me time. She's like, "Oh, I'll give you time."
He's like, "Yeah, I'll give you time." And then I look at Spencer and I say, "She's dead. She's gonna die now." And you say, "No, that's not that kind of anime." And I'm like, "No, I'm right. I mean, you're right. It's not that kind of anime." But she's dead. That was a huge death flag. So she's walking home, She's stumbling because her stupid foot's hurt.
Which she wasn't showing at all before.
Yeah, she wasn't showing it all before. So we were really confused. We're like, what happened to her? And then she drops her keychain, and then a bus comes, and then Spencer's like,
wrecked.
Spencer's like, it can't be. No, it's not going to actually happen. And then she gets hit by the bus.
And dies. And she dies. And then the episode ends with, like, everyone sad in the hospital. And then it goes back to school, and this girl collapses upstairs, but Kaori's there again. And I was like, oh, I was like, oh, clearly Kaori is a ghost. And, Sokun can't see her because she's dead. And the white girl is Kaori. Because that's what it sounded like. And Rush was like, yeah. He didn't watch the next episode because it was complete garbage. I did because I was like, you know what? There's got to be something. So episode 2 pretty much consists of nothing happened in the last episode. They just completely ignored its existence. The only thing that continued forward is Yui, the girl who appeared, is now a part of their group. She's really ignorant and dumb of things, and so has like fallen in love with her. Yeah. And now Airi and Kaori, and I don't really understand what's happening, but I read somewhere in a tag that it's like a time leapy, skippy kind of anime where they jump between times, but it's just so ugly that I can't handle it, and it's so boring. Like the last episode was a little better in terms of pacing.
When Kaori got hit by that bus, you and I laughed
and
laughed.
It was the hardest I've laughed all day.
For like 2 minutes. We were so happy.
The surreal nature of Raj being right of the death flag was just unreal.
It was amazing.
So this is definitely on our danger zone list. Like
I'll give it the 3-episode rule.
If episode
as much as I don't want to, I'll do it.
Fails us, and there isn't some sort of like Steins Gate-ish kind of thing going on, then I'm gonna drop it. It's just not good enough to be one of the 19 episodes that we're covering this season. So that's Off Crunchy, which is good because it's not that big. And Off Crunchy shows are great and all for those of you who don't watch Crunchy.
If you don't know, Spencer is very let's use the word strict or stubborn when it comes to anime that's not on Crunchyroll.
Look, who pays for the subscription? Me. So I like to use what I pay for. And it's so easy to turn on my Apple TV and just click through the episodes. In order for me to watch the stuff off Crunchy on my TV, I could hook up my laptop and do all that stuff. The easiest way is for me to go to the browser on my phone and AirPlay it to the TV, which is okay.
You could also Chromecast. Yeah. You have that.
But then I have to install Chrome.
Yeah, I have Google. I just bought a new computer. It's a Mac. So Safari, by the way, piece of garbage on anything that's not a Macintosh. I didn't know it's actually good on Mac. Doesn't have Chromecast, so I had to download Google Chrome, which is slow as penis is.
Why do you think they make you buy Apple TV? There's no way they would integrate Chromecast into their browser.
I will never buy an Apple TV just because I'm a poor, lazy bastard, and I refuse to give Apple any more money than I already have. So I use Chrome. My Chrome history is exclusively Crunchyroll. It's nothing else. Actually, that's YouTube too, when I have to Chromecast YouTube.
So that's off Crunchy. Okay, look, it's just easy. That's all I care about. Plus, Crunchy quality is unreal. It's so good. Okay, speaking of unreal quality.
You get 1080p off Crunchyroll.
Your Lie in April is beautiful. Amazing.
It's not that good. It's only okay.
You're kidding, right?
Dude, this is incredible. Your Lie in April is amazing.
Yeah.
I hate music anime. I hate music manga. I just can't stand them. Your Lie in April is an exception to that rule. The music, I still hate the music in this series.
I love classical music.
I can't stand it. I thought I would be bored out of my mind during the performance, but I wasn't.
No.
I was actually excited.
And they played the whole song too.
But did you notice they spent so much on that animation of her playing the violin that it went to complete crap after? There were so many times where they wouldn't even draw the characters. They would just be like, lines.
I didn't even notice that.
It was pretty funny.
The main characters are always consistently high quality, though.
No, they weren't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that.
It was pretty funny.
Okay, but in the first episode, the main character, sorry, I'm like, is it Kosei? And his buddy Watari are friends with childhood friend Tsubaki. Is that right?
Yeah, she's Kosei's childhood friend.
And is Kaori the
Kaori's a new girl.
Yeah, okay.
Blonde.
So, pretty much Kosei and Tsubaki are childhood friends, and Watari always bugs them for being husband and wife. Watari is a hardcore player, even though they're like 14 or something.
I like him.
And he's pretty funny. But Tsubaki always gets after him because he's such a sleazeball and he hurts all her friends. And so Kosei is like wandering because he has a really dark past about his abusive mother.
His mom.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what a horrible woman.
His mom like beat him into playing piano and beat him. And then for some twisted reason he wanted to go to Europe for her, but then she died. So he has all this like trauma that he has to deal with, and now he hates, like he can't even like...
Yeah. The flashback on the computer.
I thought he died.
No, he's still alive.
Well, that's not known yet, though. You just heard about that.
What?
The thing that he can't hear.
No, I didn't. That's not what I was going to say. I was going to say he hates playing the piano, but at the same time, the piano is the only thing he knows because that's what he spent the majority of his life on. So he's kind of lost. But
then he had a really funny moment in episode 2 after he ends up like being side-listed by Watari. Because what happens is Watari is a flatterer, and he pretty much charms Kaori the minute that he sees her. And it doesn't help that Kosei accidentally was creeping when he tried to take a picture of her and then took a picture of upskirt, and it was uncomfortable. But they were playing that amazing song. Like, I know it's not the best song in the world, but it's straight out of Laputa, and I've never heard it anywhere else except in The Castle of the Sky by the Ghibli films. I've never, ever, ever heard it anywhere else.
I didn't even recognize the song.
I've watched Castle in the Sky probably 12, 15 times in my life. I love it so much. So good. But anyways, I was totally won when they did that. But anyways, episode 2 is called Friend A, and it pretty much builds into the fact that Kosei got sidelined by Watari's charm, but he fell strikingly in love with Kaori. And even Watari tells him that. He's like, look, like, you fell in love with her. And I really like the way they talk in this series.
Yeah, that was a really nice conversation they had.
He was saying, like, look, because you fell in love with her, you feel like you can never have her, and she kind of sparkles in your eyes. But you'll never know unless the girl shuts you down. This is exactly what we just finished saying.
I love what he said in that... Crap, what did he say? I love that Kosei said, I don't have a chance with her, and then Watari says, that's for her to decide, not you.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
And the funny thing is, the only reason Watari can say that is because he's not strictly going after Kaori.
Yeah.
He has like 5, he's like, I love lots of girls. And I'm just like, you sleazebag. Oh, but then... Good guy Kosei protects Kaori from being sad.
I'd say he's a good friend to Watari, so he doesn't get
caught.
But
he's just friend A. You know, he's like he said.
He's being Tomoda right now.
Yeah, he's that side character in the show, and he knows it. But Kaori drops the bomb that he's going to be the substitute. Now I don't know if that means he's just going to walk her home or she's turning her affection. But I totally know that
she definitely likes him though.
I love this. Is totally getting you never watched this, but it's no Apollon. It's like Boys on the Hill or On That Hill or something.
I watched that. That was amazing.
The piano one?
No, I'm just totally bullshitting you. I never watched
it's so good. Why haven't you watched it? It's another outstanding music anime.
I won't watch it then.
It's about jazz.
I hate jazz.
It's beautiful. Anyways, in that story, this guy's an amazing pianist or whatever, and he joins a jazz band and has to learn to follow. What I'm thinking is I'm getting a similar feel in that the one thing that Kaori or Kosei kept saying was that the pianist couldn't keep up with Kaori's amazing whatever, she was just leaving him.
Yeah.
But if Kosei decides to play, they might be able to play off each other better.
He's gonna. I mean, it's in the opening. Did you notice? Do you think that she knows who he is? I think she knows.
Well, how would she have known if she was from overseas?
His background. He's famous.
Yeah, well, he's kind of famous.
I don't know, dude. I think she knows who he is.
Maybe.
Why were her hands shaking when she asked him what he thought about her
music? Because she really likes him. It's clear as day that she actually likes him and not Watari. Well,
I think she likes them both.
Or maybe she's nervous because she knows that he's famous and he wants
I think it's one or the other. Either she likes him or she knows who he is. And she wants to know his professional opinion.
I'm just looking at my helmet.
Okay. I watch the opening for this series every episode. I love this opening.
Yeah, me too. When you're lying, I'm actually going to get Janelle to watch it because it's better than Wolf Girl and Black Prince, which is pretty much straight up.
We'll talk about that. Well, don't mention it.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay. I think everyone knows what I was going. Okay. So, moving on to one of the ones that...
I still want to talk about Your Lie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sweet. Go ahead.
The animation and the art style, especially the art style. I had a little bit of problem with the way they did faces, like
noses.
the mouths.
It's noses.
It's the mouths for me.
It's true. They're very big.
Kaori's mouth
They do the same thing in Bahamut. They draw people's lips.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
It's weird.
Who has lips?
I love the art style. The lip thing was weird. They also, I don't know what it is with the legs, but the legs are super long in this anime. They look really long.
For those with fetishes, I guess.
I don't think liking legs is a fetish.
Yeah, it is.
No way.
Oh, it's hands down a fetish.
Okay, moving on. Parasyte the Maxim. So this...
Oh my goodness, this is...
This is what?
If we can say it in one word, this is the titan of this series. Now, don't say...
I was going to say Tokyo Ghoul, but sure.
Yeah, it's those... There's one, like there's the Kuroko that comes out, or there's the... there's the Ace is still going, or the Titan, or the Tokyo Ghoul.
Ace is never going to end. I swear, this anime is going to go on for the next 6 years.
I'm happy about that.
Did you watch the new opening for Ace?
No, I skipped it because I didn't realize it was new.
It's all about this game. Which means that this game is literally this arc. This arc is the Inashiro game.
How? That's going to be so long.
It's going to be long.
Oh.
It's going to be long as knobs.
It's
That's a long game,
dicks.
dude.
Okay, but what I was saying is this is the one that when Parasyte comes out on, I guess it's Wednesdays, I just like get so excited because I don't know what's happening. The art style's amazing. The action's awesome. And yes, you were very right in comparing it to Tokyo Ghoul.
Except there's one big difference between the two.
It's not bad.
Why? Why would you do that? Tokyo Ghoul's good.
Yeah, it's okay. Tokyo Ghoul did not live up to what I thought it would.
I was going to say no censorship.
Oh, no censorship. That's the one.
Oh, God.
Yes, no censorship. And that's definitely no censorship.
In the first 10 seconds, we realized that.
Yeah.
When he bites the girl's head off.
And it's just like, there's no black bars covering up the whole screen or anything like that.
I like
that's one we never decided to watch either.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that after this very briefly. I really like how Shinichi, the main character, is totally, after the first episode, just like, yeah, let's kill all the parasites.
Well, I think at the end of the second episode, he was like that. He was still kind of a pansy at the beginning of the second.
In the mid of the second episode, he was like, let's fight. But the thing is, he only says that because he knows Migi will protect him.
Yeah, when your right hand is completely undefeatable. Well,
for now.
I mean,
he thinks he's invincible.
Migi probably got the best deal being in a hand. Because not only can he operate somewhat fully, but he's very hidden. And he can, like, attack without knowing, right? Like, all of the human brains that got taken up, they're very obvious that they're messed up.
Yeah.
Like, their eyes are all weird and stuff. And, like, the poor dog and stuff, I think he got a decent deal. I mean, there's the fact that he can't be mobile at all, and he's restricted Shinichi's movements. But what did you think about when he killed the guy? I think that was purely he was right, because he didn't know whether or not he could transfer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he wanted to make sure that he stayed...
he doesn't want to die. He loves his life more than anybody else.
Yeah.
It's not an if. When Shinichi loses a fight, because it's going to happen, his world's going to come crashing down because he thinks he's invincible right now, because he thinks Migi's invincible.
Mm-hmm. I think you're putting too much credit on the fact that he thinks he knows he's invincible. I think he's just the classic guy who wants to help out. Like, he's only really...
No. Help out who?
He's trying to help the Murano girl.
What?
Satomi, the
he
girl
didn't
he
do
likes.
anything for her.
Well, no, that's the one reason. He said, I don't want... Murano could be targeted next. I don't want these guys to let loose. What?
You don't want your wife to be targeted by robbers. You're not going to go out and start killing every robber in the world.
This is different. If I was the only one who knew robbers existed, I'd probably do something about it.
So, we have to talk about it.
What?
The scene.
The scene.
We had to talk about it.
That made me laugh so hard.
Me too.
It
hard and long.
Oh, jeez. So he
turned into a penis.
Yeah, he did.
And then he jerked off Shinichi in the washroom next to another guy. That's just some stuff you don't do.
Oh my goodness. He's like, oh, you wanted to have sex with the girl, classic Transformers. And then he went to the bathroom and then, like, became a penis. And I was like, it happened so fast. I was like, what the heck was that? And then he went down. He's like, I want to cause an erection in your sexual organ. And he's like, pump, 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 pump. And then he's walking away. He's like, no. And it happened so fast, but they didn't linger on it. Maybe. And
I don't think they did.
Oh my goodness, it was hilarious.
It was amazing. It was so funny.
Oh, it made me laugh. It was like, this series is a good balance of comedy and action, like I said. And it's not like Black Bullet kind of comedy, which is complete garbage and an utter disgrace of anime.
How dare you?
Black Bullet was garbage.
It was a terrible anime, but I like the comedy.
The comedy was the worst part because it didn't
funny.
fit with the universe. It was funny if it was a slice of life show about a dude and a couple young
This isn't
girls.
a slice of life show.
No, exactly. This comedy fits in with the series.
How does killing parasites fit in with your hand turning into a penis?
Because the hand is curious about his biology and it's trying to figure stuff out. It fits into the story. With stupid Black Bullet,
I just like comedy. I don't care.
Satomi Rentaro, how do you remember his stupid name? He has these bunch of mini
It's 'cause
girls and
everybody
they all
says
come
his
in
name.
and have these stupid things where his apartment gets blown up and then that doesn't stay that way. Just stupid. Just stupid Black Bullet. I hate that
I
series.
think that's like the bait of your existence.
I called it from the beginning how horrible it would
Season
be.
2 comes out.
We're not watching it.
I'll watch it.
It's going to be removed from queue, not talked about in J&B, bro.
So one thing about that happened in episode 2 with Parasyte, which is, it's kind of happened to me in real life, but I swear it never happens in real life. So another guy likes Murano, who obviously likes Shinichi, and he's like, ooh, I can't have it that he likes a girl that I like. Fight me. He did the fight me in real life, bro.
He likes Shinichi?
No, he likes Murano, the girl.
Oh, but it's obviously she likes Shinichi.
Yeah, she
likes
likes
I
Shinichi.
see, okay.
And then he challenges Shinichi to a fight, which, by the way, he totally sucker punched Shinichi. What a total dickwad.
Yeah.
And he calls him weak. Dude, you didn't even give him a chance to fight. How is that being weak? You're just being an asshole.
And can you not tell that he's fighting with his right hand behind his back just so he doesn't kill you?
Oh, how he got wrecked was pretty nice.
Pretty funny.
But seriously, this does not happen in real life. I want to tell a little story here. Okay. So, I was 18 years old, right? There was this girl I was into. I asked her out. She says yes. Pretty good, right? Things are going well. She's like, but there's this guy who likes me. And I was like, okay, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever. The guy calls me. He finds my number. And he's like, I like her. And I was like, yeah, okay, but she's not going out with you. And he's like, do you want to fight me? I said no, and I hung up. That was the end of it.
What? That's it?
That's it.
He didn't come after you?
No.
Oh.
He was a wimp, I guess. You know, what kind of asshole challenges a guy to a fight because he likes a girl that you like? That's ridiculous.
It's true. And, you know, like, good old, I totally don't know his name. Watari said, you know, it's up to the girl to decide.
Yep.
Parasyte is something I'm looking forward to. I like the build-up. I like the gore. I like that it's fully animated and not censored. It's good. Really awesome. And the characters are awesome. I'm really excited about it.
Okay, so we need to briefly talk about Terraformers.
Okay.
So Terraformers, good idea for a story. Characters are okay. That's it. Because any action that it has is brutally and horribly censored to the point where it's not even worth watching.
Why do you
even put it on
Why
the air?
even release it?
There's no
You
point.
might as well just release a Blu-ray that has all the censorship taken out.
Yeah, when your series is about like decapitation and gore and stuff like that, when it's about people dying and you just censor it all, there's no reason.
Can you imagine Attack on Titan with...
Could you imagine Dragon Ball Z where all the fighting was censored? And then it was just, hey, let's go find the Dragon Balls. Oh, there's Frieza. Black screen. Frieza's dead. I'm a Super Saiyan now. Like, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah. I mean, people got wrecked in Dragon Ball Z, man. Just completely destroyed. Speaking of not completely destroyed in battles...
Your segues are terrible. They need work.
Supernatural battles.
Well, that's a shorten of the actual
When
full name.
supernatural battles become commonplace.
Yeah, that's the English title. I really like this series. It's really funny.
It is really cute. And I'm glad that they haven't really dropped it into the dramatic zone yet. It's really slice of lifey and fun still.
I love how the one Chunibyo Ando gets the worst stupid power, and he gives it a terrible name.
Dark and dark. Oh, it's so bad. So pretty much in this series, there's a group of people who are in... What club were they in originally?
I can't remember.
The literary club, I think. And so they're supposed to read books, okay? But they're with this Chuny guy who is obsessed with the fact that he has power. But all of the girls that he's with, of course he's surrounded by girls, reacts to his Chuny in a different way. I believe Ando...
That's the main guy.
Ando's the main guy. Chifuyu is the cute girl who is really like saying he shouldn't call... She's too young. Is she young?
Yeah, she's like in elementary school or middle school.
Why is she there then all the time?
She just hangs out with them.
Okay, whatever. Who's Kanzaki?
She's the girl who can stop time.
And Hachiko is the...
She's the girl with the elements. Man, you need to remember your
Right,
stuff,
and
man.
Sayumi is the clean girl. Okay, so pretty much there's
Process of elimination.
So, yeah, thanks. all of a sudden, randomly, all of them get powers, and then it jumps a month later or something, or a long time later, and
It's
they've
like
all
6 months or
6 months, and they've all discovered their powers.
Chifuyu and Hatoko have the most OP powers
Yeah.
in their group. Any element she wants, and she can combine them too. So that's ridiculous.
Hatoko?
She's the Avatar.
Yeah.
And then Chifuyu can literally make anything into reality.
Yeah.
She wants.
And then Kanzaki can stop time, which is completely unfair as
It's
well.
pretty good. She can also slow it down. It's pretty good power.
That's OP. That's beyond OP. If you stop time, the elemental people would have no time to make their elements. Just kill them.
It depends. It depends on how fast she can get killed by the element.
Just stop time.
Lightning is really fast though. Lightning. She has to snap her fingers to stop time. Lightning is faster than snapping your fingers.
I guess so, yeah. And then Sayumi makes everyone clean.
Sayumi is so
well,
worthless.
she returns it to its original state. It's going to come in
And then
handy
they even
sometime.
said what an original state is vague.
Yeah. And then there's Ando, who can make his hand have a
Lukewarm black
lukewarm
fire.
black fire that does absolutely nothing.
Dark and
So
dark. He'll get something eventually.
the first
probably.
episode was pretty much them showcasing their powers to us and showing Ando's awesome naming conventions of everything. And then the president of the school.
I did not like her in the first episode. I didn't care for her. The second episode really endeared me to her. She is so cute when she's in love.
She's what the
Grateful robber.
Grateful Lava. The Grateful Lava. She ended up calling it the Grateful Lover, I
Yeah.
think. So she has a power called the Grateful Lover, where if she sees you activate the power, she can steal it. And she used it on the time and Ando, and that was the full thing of the first episode was that. But they ended up where Sayumi was a black belt and pretty much wrecked. Oh crap! What's the girl's name?
I can't remember.
I don't remember either. Anyway, so in the second episode, Ando ends up accidentally confusing the president, saying that he was trying to name her power in the most stupid way, saying like, you pierced my heart and blah, 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 being really chuny. And he's pretty much tried to say you're, the grateful robber and all this stuff. And it's cool. His reasons were because he wanted to match everybody's kanji count or something, character count to each of them. So they all seemed like a cohesive group, but it got confused. And so he ended up having to break the president's heart.
She is so cute when she's in love. I like how she'll just do whatever he says. I like the animation where like she's really quick with everything. I don't know. It's just really nice. Mm-hmm. That really endeared me to her character.
And I like that they were still friends at the end.
Yeah.
When they sent her text saying, I'm sorry about everything, and it looked like she had changed her email to Grateful Lover, all that stuff, which is really cute. It's a really cute series. I don't know where it's going to go, don't know what it's going to do, but I like the characters. I like that his power is useless. It's funny. I laugh.
It's pretty funny.
It's good. Really not much to say with this kind of anime.
Yeah.
It's really surface level.
It's really good. That's about it so far.
Yeah.
So The Wolf Girl and the Black Prince, also known as Blue Spring Ride Season 2.
Or Blue Spring Ride Redux Alternate Dimension XY.
It's the exact same anime.
Yeah.
It's the exact same anime.
The main girl's the exact same.
She's a girl who's pretty awkward, who's kind of worried about making friends, so she makes friends with two kind of bitchy girls.
It's so true. It's the same thing.
There is. It's the
and
same
she ends up.
The only difference is instead of Ko, we get an even more badass character named Kyoya, and I love this guy. Yeah. He is the only reason that I watch this anime.
Okay, so pretty much just to sum things up, Erica is separated in class, first day of high school, from her friend. She meets the same girls that Futaba met, but in a different dimension, of course, and they ended up having friends. So she makes a lie because both of them have boyfriends, that she has a boyfriend. And she says all these weird stuff about him, about being into like S&M and all this bondage stuff or whatever, really weird. And then they start catching on to a lie because every time she called him, she would end up calling her friend and run to the bathroom. So she's like, crap, I gotta do it. So she's in the middle of the street. Really funny. I like this scene. And she ends up accidentally taking a picture of Kyoya, like right up on his face. And he's like, did you take a picture of me?
That was pretty cool.
Really uncomfortable. And so she gets away. It ends up that Kyoya actually goes to the school and he's like the school idol, or the school prince or whatever. And he agrees to fake date her. He seems like a really nice guy. And then he's really sadistic. He pretty much treats her as Wolf Girl, the dog, his dog.
As a dog, yeah.
And so he ends up treating her really unkindly. In the first episode, he's like really rude to her and everything, and it looks really down. She looks like she's having a hard time, but I like that her character's like thinking, she's like, if I get an actual boyfriend, I can just drop him like a hot potato. It's not like we're stuck in anything like Nisekoi where their families will kill each other if they end up breaking up. Like in this situation, all she needs to do is drop him and find another one. Or she could just drop him. It's not like it's important to have a boyfriend, but her friends, I guess, right? So she meets a really nice dude that I don't remember his name. Because he's
It's
actually
not important.
he's
Because
not-
we all knew from the get-go that he was going to be a
I
jerk.
didn't.
Wait, you really didn't see it coming?
No.
Wow.
I feel really stupid. I was like,
It
I
was
met,
so obvious.
I met him and he was really nice. I was like, wow, this is really nice. But I did have a feeling, I'm like, she's getting screwed by everything. He's going to get screwed. But I didn't expect him to be that much of a douche. Like at the end, that was really rude. Like he was like, so they go on this whole date. He's really nice. He's like, oh, I think I fell in love. Then he pretty much says, wait, what? You're not actually dating him? Okay, I only wanted to steal a girlfriend from Kyoya. So, wow. You're really stupid for being whatever. Then Kyoya comes out to be super awesome.
Punches the crap out of this
right
kid.
in the face.
And he just says, I'm not dating her. Or we're not dating, but she's mine.
Yeah. And it's
And
really...
of course she falls in love with him.
It's got a really, like, nice feel to it, the two characters. I like their relationships together. I like that she's getting owned, but he's slowly opening up. Something's going on with him, of course, but...
This anime gave me probably one of my favorite lines in any romantic anime. And it's something that would never work in real life, but that's just why it's so great.
Oh, wait,
And that is, shut up and be protected.
Yeah, shut up and be protected.
I love that line. It's so funny.
Yeah.
And I want to say it, but it would never work in real life.
It's true. And it's classic Kyoya. I mean, not that he's done enough to be
such
classic.
a shoujo
but,
line.
Yeah. It's a really good series. I mean...
I wouldn't go that far.
In light of what it is. I mean, actually, compared to Blue Spring Red, I think it's going to be better.
Yeah, probably.
There's a lot more dynamics to it that doesn't make it so gushy and lame-o.
Well, this doesn't have, like, crappy side characters yet that Blue Spring Red did.
Yeah. I mean, Ko was the best part of that series, and Kyoya is the best part of this series. So, but, I mean, is it the same company? Because the art style even looks the same. I don't know.
That's just because most shoujos look alike.
It seems so similar. Sparkly, big-eyed, kuda.
Spencer, just shut up and be protected, okay?
Okay.
So, moving on.
Speaking of shutting up. Ow. Takahashi.
Work on your segues.
Takahashi. He's stupid.
Shirobako is
fantastic.
Something I did not see coming and is really good.
I didn't expect it at all. It's
that initial D in the first episode blew my mind. It came out of nowhere.
Shirobako is one of the most, actually one of the only, realistic, intense, because of actual deadlines. It's about anime, and it's about creating anime, and it's about the group of people that does the creation.
It does give me like a feeling of anxiety.
Oh my gosh.
Because in the first episode, you said that this is just like a group project that's gone wrong.
Yeah, at our school. Like we both went to university or whatever, and we're still going. But when a group project goes wrong and you're missing your deadlines, and the people who are supposed to do their job, Takahashi, doesn't do their job, Takahashi, stupid Takahashi.
I hate this character.
Yeah, he's so bad.
Because in the second episode, when everything else is like getting pushed back on the other episodes, he's like, my episode's almost done. Episode 3 will be done by today. I'll have it done. And it's all his fault that this happened. It's all his fault.
It's true. He completely ignored the fact that he was the one who pushed everything back. But what they talked about was like, oh, first episode was 3 weeks ahead. Second episode was a week ahead. Third episode's now 3 days ahead of a schedule. Like, we're gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
And then the chubby director is like, oh, well,
This dumb asshole. Oh my god. Oh, let's change the music. No, never mind. Let's change it back. It's not the music.
But you know, that's probably exactly the way it is. And the director's really indecisive, so he's unable to...
He's so dumb. How
but
is
he
he a
likes his
director?
characters. That's what it is. And I thought it makes sense. Like, he wasn't sharing the backstory of the characters. And so he's like, look, like, that's not how she would react in that situation. It doesn't seem real enough. And I was like, oh, okay. But what the heck was with the ending when there's, like, holograms and, like, who cares? This series...
Must be something in the candy.
Must be something in the candy. All I know is that the series is good.
I love how realistic it is. That director pisses me off every time I see his
But
face.
probably everybody else is mad at him too. Like
They should be.
And they...
Look, okay, I understand changing it. That's fine. But when you're already pushed back, when you're already like barely meeting your deadlines, you can't do that. You can't make such a huge, enormous change.
But they berate him too for being divorced, and it's pretty funny.
And yet they still change their minds in the end. I would not let this asshole have his way.
Yeah, but it's probably going to end up being a good decision. He's the director.
It was fine the way it was.
It doesn't help that the president doesn't do anything except cook food.
Yeah, that's true. The president, or he's the manager, he doesn't do
I like
crap.
the characters, though. They're really lively, and you can actually distinguish between them fairly well. Despite there being a ridiculous amount of characters in this anime, I can sort of tell. And the cool thing is, the 5 girls who are the main characters aren't the main characters yet. Like, we sort of follow behind them.
Well, it's only Miyamori so far.
Miyamori, and then we see Sakaki sometimes in some auditions, and Imai, we hear her talk to Sakaki about how she can't really help Miyamori, and she feels like she's not good enough animator yet, and then if she gets better, then she can help Miyamori, because Miyamori's in charge of actual like coordination and direction of everybody. It's very intense, but I thought it was really cool.
This makes me glad that I'm not in production, and I will never be in production, and I want to avoid the role of being a manager for all my life. If possible.
You know what's really sad though? We sit here on our butts watching anime and then judging anime, and they go through that every single week, every single day.
Well, I don't care how much hell you go through. If what you make is crap, I'm going to tell you. If what you make is garbage, it's my duty to tell you it's garbage.
It's true.
If you stayed up all night, worked 4 weeks on garbage, it's still garbage.
It's true. I've had so many situations where people work their butt off in university and the professor just crapped all over what they said.
Yep.
Got a really bad mark. Speaking of bad mark. Ow! Stop. That actually hurts. Okay, fine. World Trigger does not deserve a bad mark, okay?
I like World Trigger. What's the main character's name?
It's Yuma, I think. Or Yuichi. I don't know. It's Yuma. No, Yuichi. Say stuff. Stall.
So World Trigger, how do I put this? I read the manga, and so I knew what was coming. Not really a big fan of CG monsters. We never are. But I accept it because they're stupid, white, and do absolutely nothing anyway. It is Yuma. And I really like the way the story is paced, at the very least. Yuma himself is how Yuma is supposed to be. I like that.
It's not Yuma.
He's a complete badass. What? It's Yuma.
Who's Yuma?
What do you mean, who is Yuma? That's Yuma right there.
Oh, yeah, Yuma. Osamu is the dude.
Osamu's the 4 eyes.
Yeah, 4 eyes. I don't even know who Chica is.
I like how Yuma has a fat stack of cash, and the guy's like, my leg's broken, I need money to go to a doctor. So he breaks the guy's leg and gives him money for the doctor. He's like, I just did what he told me to do.
It's very shonen-y feeling.
It is shonen, that's why. It's a shonen battle series.
I understand that. But because of that, I've watched a lot of good shonen, and this one has to pick it up if it's going to keep me interested. The monsters are so generic it hurts. The main character and his pal, I guess.
It does pick up. Every complaint you have so far is the same complaint I had with the manga.
Okay, so it does pick up?
Yeah.
Okay, it has to.
I hated World Trigger for a long time. Until it finally started
What
going.
keeps me interested in like One Piece is how colorful the world is.
World Trigger gets interesting when they leave Earth.
So...
I have no idea when that's going to happen.
But it's spoilers?
Soon-ish? Nah, not really. They go to I think they leave Earth.
They
might not leave Earth.
They go to the neighbors?
They go somewhere.
They go to the neighbors'
I can't remember where they go.
Oh, well, whatever.
I think they leave Earth.
Spoilers?
Nah.
Yes?
Nah. If it would be a spoiler if I told you what happened to Yuma's past.
Okay.
That would be a spoiler.
Moving on.
And I will not say that.
But there's nothing else.
How do you like the action? I think it's good. No?
I don't think it's nice. I don't think it's too CG-y.
Only the monsters are CG, nothing else is
CG.
CG.
Yeah, but when they beat the
CG.
monsters down, it's CG.
No, it isn't.
They break up into cubes and burst.
Yeah, that's still part of the monster.
Yeah, but it's silly.
Go and did the exact same thing.
Yeah, but One Piece doesn't. If you're gonna compete,
One Piece.
If you're gonna compete on the level of the prestigious shonen, good luck. If you're gonna go all CG.
It's not all CG.
Yeah, but the monsters are. That's
so
the main part of a series.
Gurren Lagann did the exact same thing.
Yeah, but Gurren Lagann was good, and then they brought those weird monsters in. They weren't the best part of the series.
They got better with those things.
Look, Naruto, One Piece. Naruto, One Piece. All of them are hand-drawn masterpieces.
Naruto's CG.
Where?
At least in the movies. I haven't watched Naruto in a very, very long time. But I know the movies have CG.
I don't remember. Anyways, I'm just saying
One
that
Piece
it
also
just
has
is.
CG.
World Trigger
I
isn't.
guarantee One Piece has CG.
World Trigger isn't impressing me yet on a shonen level. It's supposed to stir up your boyish heart, man. I mean,
my boyish heart.
That's what it does.
It hasn't done that.
It hasn't. That's what I'm saying. One Piece makes you excited about what's going to happen and what Luffy's going to do. I don't give a crap what Yuma's going to do. He already came out so OP, it's ridiculous.
Luffy came out OP.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Anyways, I don't really want to talk about World Trigger anymore. There are so many.
You can't compare it to One Piece because One Piece has
Can
had
we just
a trillion.
Can we
episodes.
say World Trigger is going to be good? Drop it and marathon it later. There's no point in watching this series when it's going to be so slow when we have so much other stuff.
Say what?
Can we drop World Trigger?
No, it's been 2 episodes.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying I don't want to watch it right now.
Why?
I want to marathon it.
I don't want to marathon it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Let this thing go on until it's at 300 episodes like all the other shonens, and we'll catch up to it.
What? No.
I don't want to watch it. There's so much stuff to watch.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's move on then. I don't care about word trigger. Celestial Method. Also one that's really weird.
This is super cute.
Yeah,
this
but
is
it's
ridiculously
cute.
cute.
It's borderline disinteresting.
I don't see how you see that.
Okay.
The second episode I do.
Look.
The first episode was great.
Nonaka and this Noelle girl, cool. They're all nice and fun and it's cute. Then there's Sota, the hardcore, and Yuzuki the crazy. And pretty much there's this random saucer that's floating above the island, and Yuzuki's all mad because it's not letting her go to the island. She can't see fireworks. Sota's saying, Yuzuki, you're being weird. Nonaka, being the classic main character, is going along for the plot and enables Yuzuki to do whatever she wants. They try to fire a water rocket at the thing. It doesn't work. In the first episode, Nonaka blamed Noelle for breaking a picture. She goes after Noelle. Noelle is some girl that they summoned from the saucer with a bunch of friends that they don't remember. Classic Anohana style. And now we're going to reunite all the characters.
Celestial gives me a hardcore Anohana feeling.
Yeah, very much
so. Much
Nonaka,
so.
Okay, I don't understand this in anime. Did the girl have a car accident? Is she so traumatized by her mom dying?
I'm pretty sure it's
that she can't remember any of her friends?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Ko got over it.
I'm pretty sure you said the exact same thing we were watching the series. Yeah.
Oh.
And then we laughed about it, and I called you a horrible person.
Okay, whatever. But anyways, Nonaka, dumb. Remember your crap, okay? You have 5 best friends, and you just completely forget them. Headphones girl, I mean, come on. Cute. Clearly that's why she's mad.
Headphones girl is dumb. Your friend had to move away because her mom died. Leave her alone.
Yeah, but she might not know that.
Oh, that's true. She left without saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, wow. Anyways,
what do you mean, oh, wow?
Well, you ended up actually agreeing with me.
Do I not do that often? So, in early September, I had to get my wisdom teeth removed. And, by the way, it's a pain in the ass. Don't do it if you don't have to. And I was high on drugs for like 2 weeks. And according to Spencer, I was not very confrontational when I was high on these drugs.
No, he was. He's very gentle.
I was like, I'm never confrontational. I know what you're talking about. But then ever since that day, I've thought about it. And I've thought about it. And I've thought about it. And he's right. Because I get annoyed. And I want to challenge people.
Like, you let so much crap slide when we were like, when you were on drugs. Like, it was hilarious. I was like, you're like the nicest person I've ever met. You're not that you're not nice. It's just you hide it under your rage. Okay, Celestial Method. Where do you guys think it's going to go? I think
it's going to go hardcore sadness.
Well, yeah, that could be good. Sorry, I'm just looking for an excuse to drop something. But all of them are decent enough that we should cover them. My free time.
There's no free time with anime around. So I especially like the art style. It's super cute.
It is really nice.
When Nonaka pulled that leaf out and she fell over, I was like, this is too cute for me.
Yeah, it was.
I can't handle it. It reminds me very much of okay, never mind, I can't say it.
Why?
I can't.
Why?
No, I just can't say it. Never mind.
Why?
Something bad.
Why?
There was something really bad.
Is it a sketchy anime?
No, it's worse.
What?
Okay, so moving on to...
It reminds you of hentai?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Moving on to Grisaria, the Fruit of Grisaria. Celestial Method gave a very Anohana-like feeling. Grisaria gives a very Clanad feeling.
Or at least key animation. Like, it's very much a little mix of Little Busters and Clanad and all those kind of series.
And except they mix in a girl trying to stab the main character every episode and some fan service. Which I don't hate. I can't.
Mega fan service. That was full on butt.
Dude, he walked into a girl being topless in his room and they just censored the crap out of that.
Yeah, they did. They didn't censor this at all.
Well, I mean, she had underwear on, so.
I guess so. What's that red shiny stuff? I don't understand that.
What about shiny stuff?
Like we put it on shoulders and cheeks and.
It's just to give like a definition.
I guess so. Anyways, Grisaria is about a dude, a really awesome main character who's really calm and doesn't take crap.
This anime gave us man service too, didn't it? He got like naked in the first episode.
Ripped, yeah.
And I'm like, that is not the body of a 17-year-old, alright? That's just, come on.
So, pretty much, he's in a school, like a prison school, sort of, but he can run around the neighborhood. I don't know.
It's a school for people who have had, let's say, weird past. They're special people.
Yeah. That wouldn't do well in social situations, but still want to live somewhat of a normal life.
Yeah. And
so they go to school and everything. And for the last 2 episodes, really, like the first episode was pretty much devoted to meeting the individual girls. He runs into Amane, who at the end of the episode almost tries to kill him, I guess, which is kind of scary.
Well, I like the reason that she doesn't like him is the fact that she doesn't know anything about him. Every other person who's transferred into the school, she's researched.
No, Amane is the girl who got undressed.
Oh, she's
Yumiko is the Shank girl.
okay. My bad.
It's okay.
I like how you wrote, I'm in brackets desperate.
I didn't know what else to say.
Well, it's funny because she's like completely naked in his room. And then later on, she's like, so do you have a girlfriend? Is that girl your girlfriend? Single?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, man, this girl. And she plays footsie with him.
Yeah.
And this guy's not having it.
No.
I'm like, dude, let's be honest here, Spencer. If a woman that gorgeous comes onto you that hard, one, there's something wrong with her.
She'll kill you.
And yeah, probably. Two, can't resist that.
But that's why the Machina girl, I think it was Machina, I don't know if it was Machina or Komine, like the maid, but Machina was like checking under the table.
It was Machina,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, she's like wearing her shoes.
Machina's super cute. That's why I like the second episode a lot, is because most of it's spent with him.
It was very calm.
Befriending her. And it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like how you would actually befriend a girl like that. You just find like a common interest and like I don't know. It's how you would do it. It's how you make friends with kids.
And it's classic Clannad where these girls have all these walls built up, and you can totally tell this is based off a visual novel because
he gets his alone time with the girls.
He's getting his alone time with the girls. He's breaking down their walls. He's building up friendships. He's getting points. He's following flags. Like he's not doing it as much as as purposefully as you would do, but he wants to have a normal life, and you do that by having friends. That's what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm. I really like the series.
This is one of those ones that I'm continuing because I like the story. I'm interested. The art's beautiful. The letterbox thing, it looks straight out of a cutscene out of a video game, like a visual novel.
Yeah,
that's really cool that they're doing that. And hopefully the fan service gets less. I highly doubt that it will, but
good.
We'll stick around.
I like that you put Shank Girl next to Yumiko's name.
I wrote Machina, Little Crab Girl, Yuji, Komina the Maid, Michiru the Soon, Yomiko the Shank Girl, Amane Desperate, and Yuri the Blonde in Fast Car.
I like Michiru. He doesn't give her any.
Just doesn't give her the time. It doesn't give her the time of day to practice her Soonery. We have a friend like that. We don't give him the time of day.
Except he's a real Soon. He's not practicing.
He's a real Soon. Oh, jeez. Okay, now.
Something that we've been waiting for 2 whole seasons, ever since it ended. Log Horizon hype! Hype! Oh, man. I'm so glad Log's back.
I'm so glad that we can actually have a podcast about Log that isn't like... Thanks for listening.
Welcome back, Log Horizon.
I know.
So Log is, in typical Log fashion, going super slow. Yeah. Building itself up. Like it always does.
And the great part is if you just finished season 1, go ahead and watch season 2. There's no recap. It just just rolls straight forward. It's like, well, they remember. I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of do.
I remember everything that happened. It's great. I like the introduction. I like how the world has changed, mainly. What was that?
Why do you... I'm trying to signal you quietly to move closer to the mic because you're farther away than me, but you always called me out on the things. Like, you'd be horrible in a producer room if someone's behind the glass room, like... What does the finger mean? Why are you, we're starting? The point, we're on? Why didn't you let me know? Okay, can we start this over again? That'd be you.
I'm not that far from the mic, first of all.
Well, I'm just saying
Second of all, you should stop changing your hand signal then.
This. What does this look like? I'm squishing your nipples? Like, come closer.
I was going to say you were trying to size my penis.
No. They would be like...
Oh, get right. Oh, my God.
Anyways.
I mean, I can prove it to you.
No, please. Keep... Okay. And we love her Log Horizon because it's got an amazing online stuck-in-a-world RPG that one series we don't want to talk about does really work really badly.
Best of all, the database is still here.
Yes.
We still got our database.
Mm-hmm.
I love that opening so much. Database.
Just living in the database.
Whoa. Oh, that opening is so good. The ending's different, which makes me a bit sad.
I know, because the endings are ending.
Yeah.
It feels so sad.
Feels like we're...
If you missed the ending, just listen to our podcast.
Just listen to our podcast.
Okay, so...
Introduction new characters, we've really only had 2. William, by the way, you name your in-game character William Massachusetts. Is that just the whitest name you could have come up with? Like, honestly, the only whiter name than that is probably John Smith.
Yeah. William Massachusetts. Wow. Cool, so we got our classic crew, Shiroe, Naosuke, Akatsuki, all those, all these characters. And then, but... the other ones like Rudy and Miss Isuzu.
Oh, thank God that Rudy has not had much screen time.
Yeah, and Minori and Toya, they really haven't had much screen time at all.
I want more Minori because I'm rooting for her to
get
Shiroi.
What happened pretty much was there's a lot of Southern spies now in Akihabara.
That Shiroi
Is that
knows because
wrong?
he's omnipotent.
Akibara?
It's Akiba.
Akiba. Okay. So that's spies because, yeah, Shiroi is a genius and they're trying to keep track on what Shiroi is doing. And so he's like, okay, it takes a lot of money to maintain all these buildings, so we're going to be...
$5 million a month.
We're going to be broke within, like, now. So what he's done is he's hatched a plan to go to, like, the very base of where all the money goes to the like, instead of killing a bunch of monsters, well, the monsters have to get money. So where does the money come from? Well, it comes from this, like, super clan of people that, like, maintain all of the, they were in the game. They're people of the land, but they control all of, like, the boundaries for cities where you can and cannot fight, the knights of the whatever, and they're really powerful, but they're really stubborn. And so Shiroi is trying to get them to communicate with them on how to come
They're
together.
kind of like system admins, basically.
Pretty much.
But they're NPCs.
Yeah.
So basically, there's going to be a raid. He builds up his party. He gets Mr. Democracy, Demicus, who's fallen in love with an NPC and is married to her now. And Mr. William, the Massachusetts man. And they just form their big-ass party and they leave. He has Naotsugu with him, who's basically the only other member of not the Tea Party, of Log Horizon. Speaking of Tea Party, that flashback in the first episode.
Crap, what did they do to that girl?
What the hell? Her chest got like 80 times larger.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It's so disproportionate. It's scary.
It was. I'm glad they haven't brought too much of that because that kind of ruined.
I hope they bring it back down.
Yeah, what were they thinking?
Yeah, she looks terrible.
Yeah, we're talking about like the leader of the old Tea Party clan or group,
whose name we don't know.
So at this point in Log,
pretty much his Demicus wants to destroy Shiroi, which is not going to happen because he sucks. And Shiroi and William just want to get the money, the cash money.
So they can buy like everything and finance all their stuff.
The only other new character showing up is
Tetra?
Tetra, the idol cleric, who's totally obsessed with Naotsugu, and she's definitely in love with him. But that's only because he doesn't give her the time of day.
Oh, but
because he's in love with
Marie.
Yeah, Marie.
It's really cute.
I love that they call each other once a night at 9 p.m. I'm like, wow, this guy's totally Spencer.
Oh, hey, whatever, man. I would totally be Naotsugu. I like his character.
You're obsessed with panties?
Oh, never mind. Maybe I'd be the chief guy, the cat.
Nyanta?
Yeah.
So you're into little girls?
Oh.
Actually, little girls are into him. It's the other way around.
He's just the boss.
Nyanta's a pretty cool guy.
So Log is going as Log goes. Every Saturday, it fulfills my need for an awesome journey. A lot of Shiroi's thinking ahead and good old classic RPG action. It's just, if you haven't watched the first season of Log and this one came out and you're like, yeah, I'll wait. No, don't wait. If you're wasting your time on something like, I don't know, Trinity 7, okay, stop, for one, and two, watch Log. Or Steins Gate. If you watch Steins Gate, watch Steins Gate. We always tell them to watch Steins Gate.
We always say that. Watch Steins Gate if you haven't seen it.
Yep.
So, moving on to what was the best of when, I don't know, 2 seasons ago. Chaika the Coffin Princess. Mm-hmm. I love Chaika. I love Toru. I love Frederica. I love Akari. I love this anime.
It's consistently really good. The only reason I was saying that some might surpass it is because it is just consistently good. It is what it is. But
it always picks itself up.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the island. I'm waiting because what they've done is it was so weird. Just like Log, they started Chaika off without even thinking about backtracking to the second
they didn't
season.
give a crap at all.
They were like, here we go. Let's move forward. It was pretty much just like the next episode, which was excellent. Chaika's and team are fighting a hero who's a really nice girl who taught Chaika how to shorten her incantations.
Actually, she didn't. Chaika hasn't figured it out. By the way, that doesn't make sense. Chaika, by her very nature, cuts out words of her speech. How is she not able to do that in her incantations? You think it would come natural to her.
So they end up fighting, and from some teamwork, they end up beating the hero, get, I don't know what piece, but a piece of the body of the
Emperor.
The Emperor. And then the hero was like, hey, look, I know all the people. I'm going to advance the plot here for you. So
that was nice.
Yeah. So she writes down all the names and locations.
Even Akari is like, well, let's sped things up.
Yeah. So now they went off to one guy that we saw Red Chaika just beat. And he's like, oh, well, Red Chaika just took it from me.
Okay, so Red Chaika only has one.
When the crap did Red Chaika... When was Red Chaika unable to say words, full sentences?
She's never been able to say full sentences.
Or was that only the slutty one?
It was Slutty Blue Chaika.
Oh.
And she also only managed to get one. So our White Chaika is easily the best. And Vivi's Chaika also
I thought Red Chaika had so many and
she didn't have a single one.
She was bluffing?
She was bluffing.
Oh, wow.
She had nothing.
You got your first one, yay!
She sucked. I do like how Toru has managed to get 2 Chaikas to fall for him.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe he'll get Vivi to fall for him too, and then that'll be 3 Chaikas. Well, I guess 2.5. She's not fully transformed.
I think Viva's best Chaika.
She hasn't done anything yet.
But she's best Chaika.
What color is she?
White.
We can't have 2 white Chaikas. That's just not right.
Black.
She'll probably be a black Chaika.
Mm.
I don't like how she's using Gillette's sword. I mean, it looks cool when she uses it, but I mean, first of all, it belongs to Gillette, the best a man can get. And second of all, you got to make that joke. I have to. It's low hanging fruit. And second of all, her weapon of choice is supposed to be needles. Like she was trained in assassination.
Ew.
Are you okay?
Just low hanging fruit. Just brought up the weirdest image of you trying to nom on some dude's testicles.
What the hell is wrong with you? Low hanging fruit's a common phrase. Oh, you're so gross.
This podcast is rated PG-13.
Okay, I should probably explain that sound.
No, you shouldn't. It's self-evident what that sound is.
So, Georgie came over to my house and was watching Gurren Lagann. He got to the time skip. By the way, I guess slight spoilers here. There's a time skip in the Gurren Lagann. Because I know at least one of you haven't watched it, even though we keep spoiling it. So,
poor guy.
At one point, there's this girl who's Keaton's youngest sister, or no, she's the middle sister. And she's so, after the time skip, she just constantly is like licking Roshu's boots and like totally sucking up to him. And I said to Georgie, every time this girl, I can't remember her name because she's worthless. Every time this girl's on screen, all she's doing is gobbling his knob. And Georgie, so every time she came on screen, I would just start going, and then Georgie would ask, dude, what are you doing? Like, oh, that's just the sound of her sucking Roshu's dick constantly. And I would keep doing that sound until she left the scene.
That's gross.
No.
I'm not going to make any comment.
It's the worst blowjob sound ever.
Ew.
It's so bad.
I'm sorry, everyone, for you who to experience this.
Oh, dude, if you got a blowjob with that sound, I pity you.
No, okay, we're moving on, okay? Most of our people are in high school. They shouldn't be getting stuff like that.
Bullshit.
Hey, get out of here, man.
Just because you didn't.
I'm the dude who, not that I didn't want it, I just married young, lived a respectable life.
I'm saying you refused to. I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm just saying you didn't.
Okay, anyways. What I like about Chaika is they shine. Get out of here. Don't even finish. In Chaika, they're actually shedding more. Yeah, you did. They're shining light on Chaika's past, and they actually show the Emperor, and they show a more dynamic.
He doesn't look nearly as evil as I thought he would.
They show more of the dynamic group that was the punitive force.
It looks more like they're evil, like the punitive force is evil. Like Gaz looks fine. This is just based on pure looks. I know he did evil crap, but I mean, he looks fine.
And then Gaz sent like all of his documents on all his like magical abilities.
So when they say it's his fortune, it's probably a mix of his money, his magic, like all the stuff he made,
and his knowledge,
and whatever's used to make Chaikas.
Yeah. And Chaika, sorry about the yawning, keeps having dreams about seeing herself be beheaded, which
that's rough, dude.
Still hasn't been discovered yet. Pretty much all the Chaikas are heading towards this island that might be the island that Blue Chaika landed on.
And by all we mean two.
With the
dragon, butt dragon.
Yeah, the butt dragon. No, there's another Chaika. She's just half Chaika. But
yeah, so we got 2.5.
I guess so. So anyways, Chaika's building up to something interesting. I'm excited to see more plot reveals, because the one thing that's good about Chaika and that can make it even better is they hid the world's knowledge from us. They haven't like laid it out on a...
So one thing about Chaika that's going on is that in the last episode of the first season, Frederica pretty much ended with saying, Toru, form a contract with me, be a Dragoon Cavalier. It's pretty much the equivalent of going Super Saiyan. And then the first episode of this season, she says the same thing, but he refuses again, or he says, I'll think about it. He's not going to do it till the finale. It's pretty obvious. It's gonna come to a point where like his back's to the wall and he'll finally do it, and then he's gonna go complete badass. I mean, he's already a badass, but...
Speaking of world hiding knowledge and stuff, that's why I like Log, because they're still only in Japan. There's the entire world that got sucked into the server. They're never gonna
leave Japan, dude. It's not gonna happen.
I hope they do. That'd be really cool. Dude, do you see what he's done? He's elevated the steps crazily. Oh, I need like $552 trillion. That's a lot of money. And if you just drop that kind of money, he's pretty much won the game. There's nothing else you can do in Japan.
We'll see. With going back to Log, he did not... Like, all the stuff that they threw at us in the very last episode of the first season has not been mentioned. Him finding out how to send people into the real world, never been mentioned. Him, like, getting Gates to work, oh, that was the other girl. That hasn't been mentioned again. Like, all this stuff has been completely ignored. Mm-hmm. I don't like that.
Well, I'm kind of glad.
I don't like that.
Well, they'll probably talk about it afterwards.
We were shoved into a completely new story.
Yeah, but there was there's more. That was probably all theory. There's more pressing matters right now, like the fact
It wasn't theory. She said he succeeded.
Yeah, but really? Well,
Yeah.
anyways, he could lose control of Akiba if he doesn't maintain the building order, right? Because then all the guilds will come back and start doing bad things. So he has, like, they're focusing 100% on his journey to get the money. There's no time for him to have an exposition about the people sending yet. It's only been 2 episodes.
They could have not done the money thing in the first place.
But it's only been 2 episodes.
I know, but the thing with Log is 1 episode feels like 4.
Yeah.
A lot happens because it's really slow. All right.
Whoa, okay. So, I'm sorry for yawning.
Man,
I'm tired.
You need to get yourself together here.
So pretty much we didn't watch Sword Art because it was
We did.
14.5.
There's one episode that we missed. Remember
What?
that we didn't talk about, where the little girl made Shinon cry, and like he takes her to the bar, and she gets over her fear.
Oh,
guns.
that one. Okay, so pretty much this arc of Sword Art Online, which I hope ends.
It's over.
Good, it's over.
That arc.
Good.
There's another arc though.
So this arc is over. It ended with I don't even remember what her name is. Shinon coming into the real world and being saved by Kirito, and everything's good. And Kirito, being like the player that he is, and he doesn't realize it, brings Shinon to meet Asuna and the girl who doesn't matter, and the bartender who doesn't matter, and they all sit down together and they're talking and they're like, we want to help you because we're intrusive and we don't like privacy. And so they talk about how they creeped her life, went to her background and creeped the fact that they found this old postal worker girl and her kid. So the postal worker girl and the kid come in and pretty much just run straight through all personal boundaries that this girl has. Says, oh, I was there when you shot that guy and you saved my life. And of course Shinon's like, oh, well, I'm uncomfortable. Can I leave? She wants to leave. Doesn't work. The girl paints her a picture saying, thank you for saving me, which she doesn't even know what Shinon looks like. How does she draw a picture of her?
It's a kid. No matter what she draws, it's going to look like shit.
Yeah, that's true. So, long story short, the episode sucked, and Shinon is now back to normal. Glad I summed that one up. I wasn't even emotionally touched by this stupid story.
So Sword Art, in typical Sword Art fashion, is... I really need to stop saying this because I say it every episode. It's not a good anime. You know what? I'm going to try to go 2 weeks without saying anything bad about Sword Art Online. Excluding this week, because I already said it's bad anime. So excluding this week, for the next 2 episodes of the podcast, I will not say a single bad thing.
We're not going to talk about the 0.5 one because it just recaps what we already...
The recap, we don't watch recap episodes. They're useless. They're worthless.
Sometimes they drop a special thing at the end that doesn't really matter, but whatever.
So, Shinon's basically... The best written character in the show has been... fulfilled, I guess. Like, she's not afraid of guns anymore. Her creepy stalker boyfriend guy
is in jail,
but she's going to visit him or something.
Yeah.
And Kirito's happy with his harem. And I remember what I was going to say. He introduced Asuna as a friend.
Yeah, he did.
He said, "This is my friend Asuna." What is wrong with you? Did you see the look she gave him?
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
What the hell is
you
wrong with her?
You married this girl in a virtual world, had a freaking child with her. Well, not really, but the child popped out of somewhere. And they had sex. We know that. And then, so they're pretty much, now they're back in the real world. And don't you notice that Kirito's being ridiculously cold to Asuna?
He is.
Yeah.
This girl's totally fawning over him. Like, he saved her life twice. And she saved his life, actually. And he always says, oh, I don't have a place without you. You're, like, the only one, yada, yada, yada. And then he does this.
Yeah.
And then he, like, cuddles with Asuna in Gundam Online. What is wrong with you?
Shinon.
Sorry. He cuddles with...
Shinon, best girl.
Yeah, well, she is the best girl.
She's the only girl
that's well written.
Ugh.
What is wrong with... that's happened to me once before, in real life.
You
sucked,
you weren't well written?
Yeah, I'm a terribly written character. It was I was dating this girl, and I visited her work, right? And this guy came out. This guy was there, or he came to visit her too after I was already there. And then she's like, "Hi, yeah." She's like, "Yeah, this is my friend Raj." And I looked at her. I was like, and I grimaced, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and then he looked at her, and he could tell something was off. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a friend." And then I shook his hand, and he's like, "Oh." I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
And then he leaves. He leaves later because he got the hint. And I look at her and I was like, bye. And then I leave. I was pretty mad.
Did you ditch that relationship?
Yeah, that relationship didn't last long after that.
Oh, good. How rude of her.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Piece of advice. People listen to this. Don't introduce your significant other as a friend.
Yeah. Friend zones is the worst thing you can do.
It's not even friend zone. We were already going out. What's going on?
Speaking of friend zone, which doesn't really make much sense for the...
I'm going to slap you if this is a bad segue.
It's about the daily lives of high school boys.
Okay.
Like, it's not really... It doesn't really make sense, but it kind of does. Like, I was on...
We have to watch that.
Yeah, we have to.
It's so funny.
We have to watch it again. I was on the Reddit subreddit of anime, of course, and I was watching this one thing, and there's some person in a comment, so it's one of those things that you just luck upon finding, was posted this, like, what do you call it? A montage or a compiled...
compilation?
Thank you. A compilation of literary girl scenes from this anime called Daily Lives of High School Boys. And I was like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was going to be a 3-minute thing. It ended up being 23 minutes long. 30 minutes long. And I watched probably 3/4 of it because I couldn't finish it. I had to go to work.
I watched all of it. It was so funny.
I was gutting myself laughing. It was so funny.
Yeah.
I don't even want to explain it to you. I'm going to find the link and post it on our Twitter at one point, and so you guys can enjoy it too. Oh man, is it funny. And I don't even know why I haven't even heard of Daily Lives of High School Boys before, but it is good, and it was funny. Now, I don't know if the other crap is good, like the stuff between the literary girl scenes, but it was still pretty good.
It was great.
You want to do Crepe Corner? Because we don't really have anything else to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, you got the thing, right? So let's do the Crepe Corner. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually think we'd get that one right away.
Do Canadians really drink milk from bags? Yes and no.
Yeah, the answer is yes and no. Here in Vancouver, on this side of Canada, no. But on the other side of Canada, in Toronto, yes, they do.
Yeah, Eastern Canada, yes.
And in case you're wondering, gallon master race. I'm saying drinking bag is wrong.
Yeah, it's true. We like the American and Canadian version of the gallon.
I got into an argument, actually, with Barbara Dunkelman. She's from Rooster Teeth. When I met her, and about milk, she's like, listen, bag is the way to go. I'm like, no, you're not a real Canadian if you think bags are the way to go. And yeah, we got into an argument.
Well, we like our milk, we like the handle and everything, but we call it 4-liter. We don't really call it a gallon because it's weird. The translation from American to Canadian gallons is different. Like, it's like off by a couple points of a liter. So we don't really talk about gallons. On our gas stations, we fill up with liters. You guys fill up, or the Americans, not you guys, because we have some UK and Norwegian listeners, but the Americans fill up with gallons, and so it's a big difference. But anyways, we like our jugs.
Speaking of difference with Americans, my mom's car came from the shop, and for some reason, everything's measured in miles now, so I drove it. And it was weird because I was going 40 and like the speedometer was on 40. So I was thinking it was 40 kilometers. But I'm like, man, this is a really fast 40 kilometers. Like, I feel like I'm going like 60 kilometers. So I'll just stay at 40 because it's weird. But then like people were passing me. They were speeding. And I was like, well, I mean, I guess I'm going the wrong speed. I should speed up. So I'll go to 60.
What, do you have a digital dash or a speedometer?
It's digital pretty much.
Oh, so you just need to change
It's a speedometer, but it doesn't have like the little dashes in between.
Oh,
yeah.
Weird.
So I speed up to 60, which is now 100 kilometers, and I'm going really fast on the highway. And I'm like, this does not feel right. I'm going way too fast for going 60. Something is off here. It was a weird moment. And then my little brother later, he's like, yeah, it's in miles. Like, that makes so much sense.
It makes a lot of sense. You'd want to be going about 35 miles to go in 60 kilometers an hour. So the next question is, what is your dream job? Mine would be a job which allows me to watch anime, review it, and get paid for it.
Software dev, what I'm already doing. That's my dream job.
I really like anime, like video games. I like teaching too, but it's not like my dream job. I want to teach. I want to be an elementary school teacher, but I want to do what I love to do and get paid for it. I
like to make things. Like, I liked making that Crepe Corner button thing. I just like building things from nothing. It's someone, this other, I think it was the creator of Reddit. He said it very well. Where when you're a kid and you really like to build things, like taking things apart, you really only have two options from that point. You either become a hardware engineer, like some kind of mechanical engineer or something, or you become a software engineer. And those are really the big two paths that you can take when you're that kind of person. I chose the software side because hardware's scary and I don't know.
Yeah, I like software. You can manipulate software and then always just reset it. You manipulate.
If I break hardware, I'm kind of...
You're kind of screwed. Oh, okay.
Revision is a good thing. Oh, we're doing 3? Jeez.
What anime will get you emotionally attached, i.e. make me cry?
Anything from Key.
Anything from Key, yeah.
The big two were Angel beats Anohana. Clannad didn't make me cry because I hated Nagisa's guts. And when she died, I was a very happy person.
The Clannad made me cry, but the anime that made me cry the hardest after Anohana, was Little Busters. Holy crap. There was one scene specifically near the end of Little Busters that just made me weep uncontrollably. It was just... It hurt my heart so badly. You still need to... I'm not going to stop telling you to watch anime. You're never going to get through it all. Whatever.
My backlog is too big. Gurren Lagann made me cry. A little bit. Oh, what was that anime? Canon made me blubber like an idiot.
Canon was like the one with like the fox girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I was my... okay.
You're talking
Spoiler
about
warning right here.
Are you talking about the new Canon or the old Canon?
The new Canon.
Okay.
Spoiler warning. I mean, new. It came out in 2007.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning for Canon, okay? Ayu was my favorite character, still is, of that anime. And then I loved her, and I was like, man, this guy needs to get with her because she's so cool, and she's cute, and she's funny. And then you find out she's dead. And I was like, I was broken.
Well, she fell from a tree or something.
I was so sad. And then all the pain that the main character felt, I felt because she was my favorite character. And I was like, this is just the worst thing that happened. And then you find out she's still alive. And I was so happy. I was crying tears of joy. And I was like, this is why I love anime. It made me feel horribly, horribly sad. And then it uplifted me to where I just had a great time.
Well, but Angel Beats was bad, though.
Angel Beats was just sad.
No, just not talking about it. It took such a harsh turn, you know?
Yep.
Oh, man.
So speaking of backlogs, I started watching Chunibyo because I'm dumb, and the only time I start getting to my backlog is when I have too much anime already to watch. And it's like, there's too much anime to watch. Let's watch something new.
Yeah.
So Chunibyo, oh my god, Chunibyo's good, man.
Yeah, I told you.
Holy
Listen,
crap.
your backlog is filled with things that are great that I've told you about.
I know.
And you don't trust me.
I don't trust you. I just don't have time for them.
Second season is not good.
I know, you told me.
It doesn't live up to the same feeling.
I have 3 episodes left, and it's kind of got the same thing that happened with Sakuraso, where I don't want to watch it because it's going to be over.
It's not technically over. They do a good job of fleshing out some of the characters. It just doesn't have the same feeling as it once did, is all. It's very heavy on the romance and the transition from the characters being chuny to real life, like how they can fit in with the world properly.
Okay.
And like how their romance fits in and how the main girl is trying to figure out how to like love properly. Yeah.
I really like Chunibyo.
Mm-hmm.
It's super cute. And now I finally understand what my keychain means.
Where's your keychain?
I got the Dekomori keychain. Dekomori Death
Oh,
Pen.
yeah, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Speaking of really cute, this is going to be good.
Is it?
Akame Ga Kill.
Who's cute? Well, Estet's cute.
Estet, yeah.
Estet is weirdly cute. It's creepy.
It's really creepy. So in this episode is the build up to the final battle.
It's 2 episodes that we missed. Right?
So yes, I don't think we talked about the beach scene one.
I don't think we did.
No.
We might have, but I don't think we did.
Long story short, yeah, because what happened was the bro, right? So yeah, Estet captures, oh crap, help me out. Tatsumi
She doesn't capture him. They both get stranded on an island, and they're forced to live together.
Yeah.
And Tatsumi does his absolute best to try to figure out why she is the way she is. She drank demon blood that's supposed to make you go crazy, but she suppressed it. She had an upbringing where her parents were killed, but she doesn't mind.
She was always this way.
He's realized that there's no way to turn her good because she's always been this way. And
she was never good in the first place, right? And what this whole episode was about was that there's this dude with like warping abilities, and he was able to warp them there and everywhere.
It was cute because I like how Tatsumi's kind of falling for her, but at the same time, his sense of duty is greater than any potential feelings he has for her.
But he didn't leave her behind.
Yeah, he repaid his debt. She took care of me on this island, so I need to repay it.
So he went into, Incursio mode and invisible, so she thought that he got warped someone else, which is a great way because now the confusion is still there, so Estet still loves him. She always draws the ugly pictures of him.
I like that. It's so cute.
But now we're at a point where...
By the way, Seiryu is even crazier than before.
She's messed up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she murdered
Once
those
you've been
people.
tainted by evil, you can never go back.
Even Wave realizes that she's messed up.
Yeah.
I think Wave's gonna turn.
I don't think he will.
He will. He think, oh wow, he's like, the capital's as messed up as I thought, but I need to follow my orders. Like, if he realizes, he'll transfer over. I think it'll be good. But we still gotta have this battle first, right?
Yeah, Tatsumi's gotta kick his ass.
So we're having a full-on battle between the Jaegers and Night Raid, and Wave got blown. He got what do you call that in Final Fantasy X?
Oh, the shooting star.
Yeah, he got shooting starred out of the match, pretty much. But it turns out that the two other characters are OP.
Turns out Akame's sister has a really OP power.
She can manipulate dead things that she's killed.
I mean, let's be honest here. Akame's sword is easily the worst Imperial arms of all of them because it's just a normal sword, pretty much. The only difference is once you finally cut them on the skin, they'll die. You wear armor and that sword is useless. Mm-hmm. So, and you know, with waves of undead, that sword is literally useless. I hate Akame. But this is going to be good. This is going to be a good boss fight. I don't think her sister's going to die, at least in one episode.
Well, it's not. Did you see the ending?
It's probably going to take another episode to
the ending is completely about her and her sister.
I think one of them's going to die. And it's probably going to be the sister.
It's not going to be Akame. Do you see the title of this anime?
I really don't hope that they... Well, it's called Akame Ga Kill. I really hope that they don't do the whole... She can be saved, because they already determined that Estet can't be saved. So I hope they do that with the rest of the Jaegers, or at the very least they do it with her sister.
If you look at Seiru and all those ones, they're just messed up. Messed up. But the series is consistently just good, you know? It's consistently sitting at an 8 out of 10 or a 7.5 out of 10.
I still love Koro. He's so cute. Yeah. I love how she, like, drags him, because he just doesn't want to move sometimes. It's super
But he's
cute.
so scary.
He is scary. And it's definitely... It's Koro versus Susanoo, because they're both living Imperial arms. So that's going to be a cool fight.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking forward to the fight. This last episode was just a build-up. It was a give and take. There was some fan service in there with the bathing suits and stuff.
That was good fan service.
And the manipulation, and all of a sudden Estet...
Leon, best girl.
Estet got confused. You know, went the wrong way with half the Jaegers and ended up stranding a couple of them.
But the thing with Estet is she'll figure it out fast and she'll be there. Mm-hmm. So they're on a time limit. Yeah. Because she will show up. And I'm 99% sure that the boss is going to die to Estet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Estet's going to kill her.
So, Akame Ga Kill. Great so far. I'm looking forward to
Still good.
So we were going to follow Fate's Day.
We haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, we're going to try to.
We will.
It's a reboot of the old series, and I've always been meaning to watch it.
Both of us have. The only issue is the original Fate's Day has not aged very well.
Yeah.
So next week we'll have caught up.
Yuki Yuna is a hero. This one released on Crunchy today, and it pumped out 2 episodes at once, so it's probably been going for a while. I think I saw some chatter on Reddit about it being in like a really good series or whatever.
I mean, it's okay so far.
It took us for a surprise a little bit. We weren't expecting what happened.
We didn't expect it to go Maho Shoujo on us, basically.
And we're hating on the wheelchair girl.
We're so mean to that poor girl. When she leaves the room because she's mad, and then she stopped in the hallway, Spencer's like, just because she's as far as she can get because there's stairs. It's so mean.
Oh, it's so bad.
And then I was like, the reason we're mean to her is because she does this stupid thing where she's saying, I'm useless, I can't fight, even though, I mean, it makes sense because honestly, she doesn't know she's in an anime, and we know when a disabled person's in an anime and they get superpowers, their disability goes away generally. And pretty much the same thing happens to her. But I don't know, I found my comment funny where I just said you should put her on the top of a hill, cut the wheelchair brakes, roll her down and see how far she could go.
Oh, that's so rude.
She was pissing me off.
She was getting really annoying.
I like her transformation.
I don't.
Okay, wait.
What the heck are they doing?
Let me reiterate that. I like her weapons.
You would like it, buddy.
I do like the transformation, though. It's pretty sexy. Okay, all the transformations are normal Maho Shoujo transformations, and then Wheelchair Girl, okay, what's her actual name? It's like Tono? Tono, her transformation is bondage. Yeah. She gets strapped up by ropes, and then she's suddenly...
super busty.
Suddenly, going from no boobs to all the boobs, and then, she goes full Shinon, wherever, because she changes to a sniper, and she lays down, and the camera goes right on her ass. It's like they watch Sorta, they're like, we need to do that.
Yeah. And this girl, she's complete garbage. She's only there for a pity party. She's only there to make Yuki stronger. All she does is snipe and complain.
But she's pretty strong.
Yeah, but she's really annoying.
The sister's the one who's the weakest.
Yeah, it's true. It's Itsuki, right? Or Fu?
Itsuki, I think.
Yeah, Itsuki is just... You know what? I was really excited about it, but I have 2 big complaints, and I told you about it already. Yeah. CG monsters are ugly. And the use of CG when the characters are running around off screen, not the main focus, is really lazy.
I'm okay with that too.
But it looks so stupid. It's stupid. I'm thinking this series might not make it past the third.
I'm thinking the exact same thing.
Because it's like, what else are they going to do? That's going to keep me drawn in. I don't really like Mahou Shoujo. Mahou Shoujo anime. I don't really like it at all. Nothing's really kept me interested in Mahou Shoujo except like Cardcaptor and Chunibyo because
it's not Mahou Shoujo at all.
Because it was fake Mahou Shoujo. I don't know.
So moving on to another shoujo series.
Akatsuki no Yona.
I like this series.
We skipped half of the first episode.
Okay, but that's because we knew exactly where it was going.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Akatsuki no Yona is pretty predictable, but the execution of what it does is decent enough that I'm interested. Mm-hmm. So the first episode, here's the thing. When Suwon showed up, and like stuff happened, and I looked at Spencer and I said, one of three things has to happen. He's either gonna die, one of two things. He's either gonna die, or he's gonna be evil as dicks. So we skipped like a quarter of the episode because we got bored.
It was so boring.
It was so boring because it's just her swooning over Suwon.
And we're 10 hours into anime at this point.
Yeah, and then like stuff happens and like she runs into his arms, yada yada yada. And then Spencer looks at me and he's like, "Yeah, probably gonna be evil as dicks." So fast forward again because again it's boring. And the ending happens. He stabs the king, yada yada yada. Finally, it's interesting. Episode 2, really good. I like where it's going. Huck is a total badass. Just cleaves people left and right.
And then that guy got wrecked. Just shot.
Dude, he destroyed Suwon.
Got straight Boromired, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Don't worry. I promise I'll get away.
Yeah.
The way Hawk looked at the camera, it's like he's telling the audience he knows that.
He looked at the camera, no, like full on Office style. Just like
so just not gonna happen.
So I liked it. I liked that they backed.
Dude, Suwon's a total bitch. He got owned by Hawk, and the only reason he didn't die is because they had the princess like as a prisoner. Yeah. Actually, there's two reasons. That because they had the princess prisoner. Two, if he died, then Yona would have absolutely nothing to do for the rest of the series.
It's true.
Because honestly, we know where it's going. Is her getting strong in order to get revenge. Mm-hmm. It's what's going to happen. She's going to take her kingdom back, and Hawk is probably going to be blamed for killing the king.
Mm-hmm. So Hawk and Yona went off into the bushes, mountains. They couldn't find her. This is based in China, pretty much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They do this really nice hug. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the childhood friend thing. Obviously she's gonna fall for him.
And then they have a mega time skip where she's OP again, which is what it was like at the beginning. Well, no, but her team
was OP. Dude, this is so Inuyasha.
Yeah.
This is Inuyasha where the men have the really cool powers, and the girl Kagome, all she has is a bow.
Yeah,
that's it. And she's really good at using
and
the
she's
bow.
protected by a guy whose only use is shielding.
Yeah.
So I think what they're going to do is, because they did in the second episode, is they're going to backtrack to explain better. So they're probably going to backtrack to just after the night when they hugged and explain how they met all the people.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah, I'm glad that they teased us. I mean, it's definitely better than Tokyo ASP.
They're showing, because they've already started with the backstory. They're showing that they're showing pretty much what the end goal is. Mm-hmm. She's going to take her kingdom back, and now they're going to build up to that.
Yeah, it helps that she's not much better either. Like she can have a bow and arrow. She's got more willpower, but I mean that doesn't mean that it's like the end of the series, which is cool.
I love her character design. I think it especially has to do with the way her hair is drawn. It's just,
but it gets cut short though.
Yeah, well, I mean that's typical quote unquote badass girl thing where they cut their long hair
with a knife, right?
Yeah,
the guy with one hand and just shink like Sakura.
Yeah, or Zuko and Iroh.
Yeah,
even though they're not girls. You know who never had to do that? Kagome. She was a badass with her long hair.
Who?
Kagome.
Who's that?
From Inuyasha.
She's
the main girl from Inuyasha. That's right, you haven't watched it. You shouldn't. Let me tell you something about Inuyasha. So, 10-year-old Raj, doesn't really watch too much anime, but he watches whatever comes on TV. YTV at the time. And they said, there's a new series we're going to debut. Inuyasha. First episode, really cool. There's demons and stuff. People are killing each other. This human girl, Kagome, has, power over this half-demon dog, Inuyasha, where if she tells him to sit, he's forced to sit down. So basically, she's keeping his evil in line. There's this jewel that gets exploded, so they have to go collect the jewels. Sweet adventure. They get new characters and everything. Stuff's good. It goes on and on. 5 years later. Okay? 5 years, 4 movies later. Okay? It's the final season. I didn't know it was the final season. And they said the advertisement for the TV was series finale. And I said, what? They usually say season finale. Why are they saying series finale? So I'm watching it. So much character development, so much build up, absolutely no fulfillment yet. So it's the last episode, and I'm like, they have to do something. It's the last episode, right? This is how the episode ends. To this day, I still remember the words that Inuyasha said. He said, the ending scene of this anime, Spencer, was Inuyasha and company running towards the camera, okay? And the camera goes behind them, and Inuyasha says, where there's a road, we'll always go forward. And they said, no, hell, even if there isn't a road, we'll always move forward. End of anime. Main bad guy was never defeated. All the jewels were never collected. One of the main characters still had a black hole disease in his arm. He had a thing where there's a black hole in his hand. Other girl still hasn't gotten revenge for a family that was killed by main bad guy. Inuyasha still doesn't... I can't remember what his goal is. He had like 5 goals. Nothing was finished. Oh yeah, Kikyo is still alive. Kikyo was... It's a long story. Kikyo was a girl Kagome is the reincarnation of Kikyo. And Kikyo was brought back to life in order to kill Inuyasha. But she's like, I don't feel like killing him. So she's like off doing her own thing. Yeah.
Sounds like I would have liked the show too, but it...
And then it ended terribly. And then, 10-ish years later, it started again. And then all my friends... This was when we were in high school. And my friends were like, it's Inuyasha. We need to watch it. And I was like, no. This show has betrayed me before. I spent 5 years of my childhood on that stupid show. I was probably not 10. I was probably younger. And I refuse to give it any more time. To this day, I've yet to finish Inuyasha, and I never will.
Is it still going?
No, it ended. It ended when we were in grade 12-ish.
Did it end well?
I don't know. All my friends who were watching it dropped it.
Cool. Feels bad, man.
I will never watch Inuyasha again. I even owned an Inuyasha video game. Actually, my brother brought it.
I put Inuyasha in my Smash Brothers hack.
You did.
He's on Wolf.
Inuyasha video game, by the way, terrible game. I think it was on the PS2. It was basically a generic fighting game, as are most shonen anime games, now that I think about it. It was bad. I found that Moroku, who was the monk with the black hole, was the most OP, because what I would do is choose a stage that you could fall off of, and he had this AoE barrier that would push you back, so I would just spam that until you fell off, and if you tried to jump back on, I'd use the barrier again, because it would block the cliff, so you couldn't grab on. So I just destroyed it.
That's so cheap.
It was so cheap. After that, we never played the game, after I discovered that.
No.
My brother refused to play with me. So that's Inuyasha. And that's Akatsuki no Yona.
I hope it's better than that.
We have one anime left to talk about. But before we talk about that, we skipped something that we dropped between seasons that we never talked about. Sailor Moon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
dropped.
No, we dropped it.
There's nothing to say. It just got boring.
It's just Sailor Moon, man. Like,
it's not bad. It's just boring.
Yeah, it's just... We watched it for nostalgia, and then we just were like, what are we doing?
Here's the thing. There's so much better stuff now. That's why. We can't watch it anymore. There's just so much better stuff.
It's true. So, go ahead and cry, but...
Nobody's going to cry about it.
No one's going to cry.
The final anime, which is a short.
I can't understand what my husband is saying.
I like this. Okay, here's the thing. First episode, he gets married, they go on their honeymoon, they say something, and then there's a little text box that says, and then they have lots of sex. And I looked at Spencer, and you looked at me, and you said, yep.
I just kind of want to see you in a swimsuit. Oh, I'll show you to you in my room. Oh!
I was like, this is something Spencer would do.
It was pretty similar to our honeymoon, actually. Okay, the whole series is a mixed garble of Hajime and his brother-sister and Kaori trying to get through life, and Hajime and his brother-sister are pretty much otaku to the max. They understand each other, what they're saying, they understand all the weird things they're talking about, and don't even know there's much of a plot. Episode 1, we're introduced to Kaoru, and Hajime. Episode 2, we're introduced to the brother-sister and his weirdness, and that Kaoru has friends. And episode 3, we're introduced to the fact that the brother-sister is going through full Oremo situation, where she wants to meet people, goes to an offline meeting, Hajime supports them, and he even drops Oremo as a name. So, there's really not... Should we even cover this?
Probably not. It's a short. We can't really talk about shorts.
Yeah, we're not going to cover it. The only one we talked about was Tonari no Seki-kun, because it was awesome.
But that's good. We didn't cover that weekly. We covered that as like a final thing.
So let's just... We're going to drop it. I mean, we're going to watch it.
We're going to watch it, but we won't talk about it.
Excellent. That's a good idea, because there's no point.
It's a good series. I definitely recommend watching it. It's just not worth talking about on the podcast. There's not enough to talk about. So that's fall, minus Fate Stay Night, and I still have to watch that Ronja one. So except for those two, and then a couple more series that I'd want to watch on my own. And if they're actually really good, I'll tell you.
So that was... We barely talked about our lives, and that was almost 2 hours long.
Feels good, man.
I'm pretty tired, man.
Why are you so tired?
Well, we went to bed at like midnight, and I woke up at 7 to finish all these anime. When'd you go to bed?
2:30.
And when'd you wake up?
10.
We had the same amount of sleep.
I think I just handle it better than you because I rarely get more than 6 hours of sleep.
I need to have my sleep. I might have a nap after this.
I like I don't know, 6 hours. I found that it's my perfect zone.
Let's before we end this, let's just quickly rank what we expect to be the best and what we expect to be the worst that we're following.
Okay,
like
I thought you were gonna say what's the best anime because that's
top 3 best, bottom 3 worst.
Mm-hmm.
So the top 3 best, I would say
Amagi, Chaika. I don't know about the third.
I would say Parasyte has me really excited.
Okay, I got my 3.
Parasyte, Bahamut, and Amagi are my top 3.
My top 3 are Amagi, Chaika, and Your Lie in April.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's fine. Your Lie in April's good, but I really get it super pumped, like adrenaline pumped, about Bahamut and...
I am completely infatuated with Your Lie in April. I'm in love with this anime.
Yeah.
So much.
And bottom 3 of the ones that we haven't dropped yet that are, like, borderline.
Sword Art?
Okay, let's just... No, we're ignoring that.
Ah, come on.
We already know it's garbage.
No low-hanging fruit?
No. Let's see. I'd say bottom 3 would be Yuki Yuna as a hero is close to the bottom.
Yep.
Urashi
whatever.
Yeah. Ushinawareta is definitely near the bottom. And the last one I'd say is near the bottom would be Akatsuki no Yona. Because out of all of the other ones, I think it's the only one that's close.
Akatsuki no Yona isn't bad, but it's just not nearly as good.
Actually, no, it's not Akatsuki no Yona. It's Celestial Method for me.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
It's just, it could be really bad. I think it might be... Oh, are we everything at the end? Like at the end?
What do you mean?
At the end, when we look back, we'll say, wow, that was a horrible anime?
I don't know. I'm just ranking in terms of least favorite,
I think it's Akatsuki no Yona. Get off my screen, man! Stupid fly!
Dude, Gerald...
It's not Gerald. What a stupid name is that? Stupid.
You call him Fly-kun, that's just as bad.
I'm waiting for our listeners...
Fine, I'll rename him.
What?
Gregory.
Gregory?
No, Gregory.
Gregory.
No, I'm saying it differently. Gregory.
Gregory?
Yeah, Gregory.
Gregory.
It's not Gregory.
Gregory.
They're two different names.
No. Gregory is British. What's Gregory?
I don't know, I just made it up.
Yeah, Gregory.
Oh my god.
Nice try. And we're not naming this stupid fly Gregory, okay?
It's too late. Now he's Greg the Fly. I don't care.
Greg the Fly. Greg's kind of a cool name, actually. Greg. My name's Greg the Killer. Wrestling Mania?
I don't watch wrestling.
Me neither.
No.
It's garbage. Okay,
The only wrestler I know is The Rock.
If we have missed any series anywhere that you think we should talk about and you think's worth mentioning, please tell us, and we'll try to fit it in. For sure.
I mean, if we think it's worth it, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, as always, give us whatever thoughts you have on what we talked about, what we didn't talk about, on Twitter, Podomatic, YouTube, and our email at jamesandbrownpodcast@gmail.com.
You're stealing my line. That's what I usually
You're taking
say.
too long, brother.
Okay. Do you want to take my job and end it then?
No. It's your job. The database.
Living in the database.
Whoa. Yeah, you can end it.
I love that song.
Mm-hmm. It's a good song.
So Mirage from James and Brown.
So Mirage of James and Brown.
Mirage. I'm Mirage.
You can't see me.
That's my magician name. I'm Mirage from James and Brown. I'm Raj from James and Brown.
And I'm Spence from James and Brown.
We'll see you guys next week with another episode. And with Fate Stay Night. We'll be caught up on that.
Excellent. Goodbye.